across midfield. He's at the 30. It's a fun race at the 20, the 15, the 10, 5. Touchdown, Fayetteville!
Purple Dog Football is on the air.
It's good! It's good! With 4 seconds to go!
Home of the 6-time state champion Fayetteville Bulldogs.
Purple reigns again. Wow.
Purple Dog Football is presented by Alex Baldwin State Farm. Fayetteville's #1 auto insurer is on the web at callalexbaldwin.com. And by Ozarks Go, offering high-speed, reliable, multi-gig internet for Northwest Arkansas. Purple Dog Football is also brought to you by Crane Buick GMC Springdale, Mellow Mushroom, Autoplex Collision Repair, United Country NWA Real Estate, Bank of Fayetteville, and by Crossover Hardware and Rental, Dana Boring Eagle Bank Mortgage, Nutriment, Everett Infinity of Northwest Arkansas, Jeremy Forbes Anchor Point Financial, Square One Trust Incorporated, Fayetteville Auto Park Toyota Chevy, First Community Bank, David's Roofing, and Wright's Barbecue. Now let's get you out to the field. With color analyst Blair Cartwright, here's the voice of Purple Dog Football, Matt Jones.
Tonight, here in Fayetteville, big interstate showdown tonight between the Fayetteville Purple Dogs and the Broken Arrow Tigers coming over from the Tulsa area. Harmon Field filling up nicely tonight. They've got some elementary students on the field. They're part of their pregame ceremony. They always pack a lot into these pregames. You had senior night for the band tonight. It's just a beautiful night. 69 degrees, may get down into the upper 50s by the end of it. It'll feel like football weather a little bit earlier in football season than it usually does. Fayetteville and Broken Arrow both won their season openers last week. Fayetteville beating Cabot 66-24 with just incredible offensive numbers. 695 yards for the Purple Dogs last week. That was a school record. Hank Hendricks threw for 477 yards in his debut for the Purple Dogs. That was the third best all time for a program that's had some pretty good quarterback play. Broken Arrow beat Springdale Harbor last week up in Springdale 35-14 in its first game under head coach Travis Hill. Travis Hill's won 2 state championships as a head coach, one at East Central, one at Muskogee in 2023. Returned to Broken Arrow in the offseason. He was their defensive coordinator when the Tigers won the state championship in Oklahoma in 2018. And there's a familiar face over on the other sideline, Jay Wilkinson, who was the Fayetteville offensive coordinator for 3 years, was on staff when they won the state championship in 2023 with Drake Lindsay and that great offense. He is back in the Tulsa area, and he's at BA tonight. You're going to get Fayetteville's 2 really good offensive coordinators from the Casey Dick era. You got Jay Wilkinson on one side, Mike Volarvich on the other. But really what we're watching tonight is going to be the quarterbacks and a lot of skill players, too. There's a lot of Division I prospects in this game. Of course, we saw Hank Hendricks and what he did last week. Broken Arrow, they've got some really, really good skill players, and we'll tell you about them here in a bit. First, we'll go to Fayetteville coach Casey Dick. We had a conversation with him a little bit earlier. This is Purple Dog Football on the Fayetteville Sports Network.
Family teaches us to value what we have. It's not about living under one roof. It's about staying connected, no matter where we are. Ozarks Go, keeping you connected to what matters most.
We're back with Casey Dick. You've got a Broken Arrow team that you saw last year, but this is not the same BA team, new coaching staff. They got a lot of players who've transferred in there from the Tulsa area. What's different about this year's team?
You know, there's a different identity about them. You know, they're going to be an even defense and try to eliminate some big plays from the defensive standpoint. They've got some really good players back there. A safety that's, you know, got Ohio State OU offers as a junior that can really fly around in Samaj, and another corner that's back there that has some other schools. So it'll be a great test for us, a great test for our guys. And then they got a defensive front that when you watch them and look at them, they're pretty athletic and get to their gaps and do a good job with run integrity. So we'll have to do a good job of executing and taking what they give us, and probably have an understanding too. There's probably not going to be as many 40, 50 yard plays that we had last week, but just be able to convert and keep the ball moving.
They do have the same quarterback, Jeremiah Satimba. What do you remember about him last year, and how do you prepare for him this week?
Yeah, he's done a good job of really developing in the offseason. I think he's an athletic kid that can both run and throw the ball. He can hurt you with his legs. So we'll have to do a great job of containing him and making sure we know where he is, and obviously on the zone read stuff and the power read game that they do, and try to implement with him and make sure that we have a guy and him accounted for, and just try to maintain and keep him inside the pocket. I think it's the big thing is, don't let him get outside the pocket and create big plays. When you watch him play against Harbor last week, I think he had 3 plays outside the pocket that resulted in about 170 passing yards. So we'll have to do a good job of making sure he stays put.
I know Harbor's got a new coach this year too, but does it help at all when you see a team from out of state play a team that you are real familiar with, like Harbor?
Yeah, I think it does. Anytime you get any game footage, I think it's something that you can look at and watch and try to compare it to, some stuff that you already have. So Harbor's a much better football team. They've lined up, and schematically they're good. So it was good for us to watch them, good for us to see it, and obviously just happy for all those guys as well.
Jay Wilkinson's the offensive coordinator at BA. Obviously, he had a great run here, helped you win a state championship 2 years ago. What's the familiarity like there, and what's it like this week? I mean, you've got a great OC now and Mike Balarovich, seeing these two match wits tonight.
Yeah, we've talking all week, and obviously we know Coach Wilkes is a great guy, great coach, and we're thankful for his time here and the job that he did. And but tonight when it goes on, we'll be enemies for about 48 minutes, and then we'll figure out where to go or move forward from there for sure.
What's the key tonight?
I think number one, just we got to create some more turnovers on defense. Special teams is going to be big because they'll have some guys back there that can obviously fly around. And, again, we'll have to do a great job of containing that and then just putting together drives on offense and making sure when we're inside the red zone we get touchdowns.
All right, Coach, good luck. When we come back, Blair Cartwright will rejoin me in the press box. This is the Purple Dog pregame show on the Fayetteville Sports Network.
At Mellow Mushroom, we use single-source Appalachian spring water for our out-of-this-world crust. But you didn't need to know that. You'll taste the difference. I mean, it'd be brilliant if you did know that. Come to think of it, you definitely know now, because I just told you.
An accident can leave you feeling stuck, uncertain of where you can go. At Autoplex, we specialize in getting your vehicle repaired quickly and accurately. Our expert technicians use the latest tools and OEM parts to restore your car to its pre-accident condition. With precision and care, we ensure your car looks and performs as if the accident never happened. Ready to get your car back on the road? Visit fixrex.com to start your repair today.
We're here with Fayetteville coach Casey Dick. First, Coach, look back at last week. What did you like, and what do you need to clean up from what you saw against Cabot?
Yeah, I thought once everybody settled in after the first, couple series of the games, or the first game, obviously it was pretty clean on both sides. Obviously not the start that we necessarily wanted at the beginning of the game, but once everybody settled in and kind of got in the groove of everything, thought we played really well. Obviously on offense had a lot of explosive plays throughout the night, both running and throwing the ball. Thought Hank did a great job of distributing the ball and had some big turnovers, big stops on defense. Again, once we got settled in, and as the game went on, which is what we want to see, I felt like we got a lot better for sure. Throughout the duration of the game.
You had 695 yards of offense. That's the most ever for the Fayetteville program. Hank, third most passing yards. And you think about all the quarterbacks that have come through here. I mean, that's a heck of an accomplishment to have the third best passing game ever in this program, and he didn't play the full game. Yeah,
I think he did a great job again with his preparation leading up to that game, and the way that he goes outside and practices every day and raises the level of expectations of everybody around him is something that's pretty cool to watch, just kind of firsthand. And he has a certain way to go about navigating through practice and all those things. So, and he'll be the first one to tell you, that we wouldn't be able to do that without the big guys up front. So he was thankful for them and the job that they did, and obviously the supporting cast that went out and obviously made him have a pretty historic night.
That's a perfect segue, because I wanted to ask you about your offensive line. They have a tendency to get overlooked. You've got a lot of guys who not only are they older, but like they've started for you multiple years. That's such an invaluable thing to have.
Yeah, they kind of have their footing up there. They number one, they have experience, which is key in high school, and number two, they've been doing it for a little bit. So they, it's year two in an offensive system. So everybody should be, have a little bit better understanding, a little bit better footing of what's going on and where we're going, and then ultimately, obviously, why we're going. Where we're going. So I thought they did a great job that night of really establishing the run, understanding, our blocks and our schemes up front, and just did a great job.
Will Caston played the first half last week. I don't know that I've ever seen as disruptive a first half from a defensive player as I saw from him. You could kind of see it coming last year at the end of the year when you guys took him up against Harbor and PA. But, man, he seems like he's really taken a big step for you.
You know, he has, and it started in the offseason for us. He became a big leader for us, came in the weight room every single day and throughout the spring and the summer, and really just blossomed into this awesome person as far as being a full-time leader, setting the tone in the weight room for our defensive guys and really just working his tail off. So he's one of those guys. I wasn't really shocked by the first half that he had. Again, just because we had seen it and kind of firsthand account of what's going on. But he was having a historic night, obviously, from the interceptions to one to a touchdown, that had a sack in there also, a couple tackles. So we're really proud of his effort and the job that he did as well.
We'll have more with Casey Dick in just a moment. This is the Purple Dog pregame show on the Fayetteville Sports Network.
Family teaches us to value what we have. It's not about living under one roof. It's about staying connected, no matter where we are. Ozarks Go, keeping you connected to what matters most.
And we welcome you back into Harmon Field as we get ready still for Fayetteville Broken Arrow. Kickoff coming up at the top of the hour. So you heard Casey Dick talk in the pregame, Blair, about the key is really to slow down the skill players from Broken Arrow tonight, because there's a lot of them.
Yes. And especially, we were talking with the PA, the announcer for PA, and their entire secondary has D1 offers. I mean, this, you hear all the comparisons. It reminds me a lot of the Texas High game last year. A lot of athletes on the field. This is going to be an explosive game, and it's probably a little bit under the radar.
Yeah, probably
Honestly,
so.
I mean, this is going to be a fantastic matchup. And as you mentioned, the battle of offensive coordinators, holy cow. I mean, two guys that are
They've been pretty
very good at what they do. This is going to be a lot of fun tonight.
Blair and I are going to step away. They're going to say the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we'll have our national anthem.
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Serving around 700 students, 6 grades, and over 20 award-winning ensembles, the FBS choirs promote unity and excellence under the direction of Emily Guandini, Leanne Gershner, Chris Michaels, Aaron Schlebach, and Emilio Duarte. Here to perform together for the first time in the 2025-2026 school year, please welcome members of the FBS choirs as they sing our national anthem.
We've got a flyover.
That was awesome, and the choir, that was outstanding. I'll tell you what, there is nothing like having someone sing the national anthem, and then when you have the choir do it, I mean, that was phenomenal.
Fayetteville players making their way to the tunnel over on the south side of the stadium. Broken Arrow players are out on the field too. To Blair's point, I mean, we got a flyover, for goodness sake. It's got a big game field tonight.
Yes.
I feel like for Fayetteville, the next 2 games, they play tonight, off next week, then they go down to Texarkana, Texas High. These have got the potential to be track meets.
Yes. I mean, it's going to be basketball on turf, potentially. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to learn a lot about – we saw the potential last week.
Yeah.
We're going to continue to see that potential. It's going to be fun tonight because it's going to be a good measuring stick.
If you know anything about Tulsa football, you know that I have always said, Blair, I think Tulsa football is the best high school football in the country outside of the state of Texas. You got Jinx, you've got Union, you've got Broken Arrow, Owasso. I mean, they've all become these big-time powerhouse type programs, and they're not the only ones.
No.
But I was looking at BA's staff, and I mean, they've got like 25 coaches.
They've got 16 assistants at the varsity level. They have 26 total coaches, including volunteers and specific JV coaches. I mean, it's like a small college.
There's no great Northwest Arkansas versus Tulsa rivalry, like any two schools against each other. But I always feel like early in the year, there's kind of like this pride on the line when the Northwest Arkansas schools play the Tulsa schools, because for the schools here in our area, they really are stepping up in class. Yeah,
and it's a win-win for both. Like Harbor played over at Union. I know Bentonville goes over there a lot. We've played Owasso. I mean, it's a good comparison because let's face it, in Oklahoma, I think the Tulsa area teams, those are the cream of the crop, and they want to play the best. And we've got pretty good football over here in Northwest Arkansas. So it's only natural that those two forces would collide on the field.
I didn't even mention Bixby. They've become like the program over there the last 5 or 6 years. Broken Arrow, they got a chance. They were on the way up. They've had a little bit of a dip the last 2 or 3 years. Now they've got a really proven head coach, Travis Hill. I think they're going to be really good for a while. We'll get to see how good they are this year tonight. We're going to step away again for just a moment. We are a little over 3 minutes away from kickoff. This is Purple Dog Football on the Fayetteville Sports Network.
At Mellow Mushroom, we use single-source Appalachian spring water for our out-of-this-world crust. But you didn't need to know that. You'll taste the difference. I mean, it'd be brilliant if you did know that. Come to think of it, you definitely know now, because I just told you.
An accident can leave you feeling stuck, uncertain of where you can go. At Autoplex, we specialize in getting your vehicle repaired quickly and accurately. Our expert technicians use the latest tools and OEM parts to restore your car to its pre-accident condition. With precision and care, we ensure your car looks and performs as if the accident never happened. Ready to get your car back on the road? Visit fixrex.com to start your repair today.
On a beautiful Friday night here in Fayetteville, it's fall-like weather. Fayetteville getting ready to take on Broken Arrow in the 6th all-time meeting between these schools. Fayetteville's got a 4-1 record. Here's a little bit of trivia. When was the last time Broken Arrow came to Fayetteville?
I'm stumped.
About 1989.
Wow.
1989. Fayetteville beat Broken Arrow here at Harmon Field. Harmon looked a little bit different in those days. 19-7, the final score. The Purple Dogs beat BA in that game. They played between 87 and 90 every year. Then they didn't play again until last year. And last year was just an absolute thriller over in Broken Arrow. Fayetteville down 16-0 midway through the third quarter. They battle back. They win the game 30-23. Just one of the best games that we had last year.
And we expect something similar tonight. Hopefully not the slow start, but we expect something very competitive. Looking at the stats from last week, Fayetteville averaged 22.6 yards per catch, 17.3 yards per play. Broken Arrow at Harbor, 22.4 yards per completion, 8.4 yards per play. I mean, the offenses are just clicking already, so it's going to be fun to watch. Maybe it comes down to who makes the defensive stand tonight.
Purple Dogs are on the field. Great to see them out here tonight.
Kind of unusual that the home team comes out first. Broken Arrow still in the end zone, yeah.
I think they might have been waiting on Fayetteville's hype video to end.
Yeah, that's true. A little surprised there aren't more folks in the away stands.
They might be stuck on 112.
Yeah, that's
It's a possibility.
412, 112, 49. Yeah, it's always an adventure in Northwest Arkansas.
Purple Dogs ran out on the field tonight behind flagpoles that were custom made by Brandon White at L&L Metal Fabrication. Flagpoles are fabricated aircraft aluminum Brandon, and L&L are proud supporters of Purple Dog football.
So Dogs get the ball first. Probably not a bad idea in a matchup like this. Set the tempo early.
You want the ball as many times as you can.
Oh, yeah.
Opening kickoff tonight brought to you by Square One Trust Incorporated, focused on providing a quality product with quality services. Square One Trust Incorporated is a proud supporter of Purple Dog football. You can learn more at squareonetrust.com.
Well, as Coach Casey mentioned, in your interview, want to sustain drives. Ideal opportunity here to start the game off and put them in the hole. We can get into the end zone.
Seniors Katavian Taylor and the Johnson brothers, Kenyon and Caleb, they've all played together since 7th grade at Ramey. They're all back deep to return this kick for Fayetteville. Nick Irvine is the kicker for the Tigers. He wears number 42. Fayetteville in its purple jerseys tonight, black pants, those purple helmets, Broken Arrow. White jerseys, white pants, black numbers, and the black helmets with the gold trim. Katavian Taylor will take this from the 4 out across the 10, the 15, the 20, 25. Katavian Taylor still battling across the 30.
Nice.
And he'll get forward to the 34-yard line. Great starting field position here for the Purple Dogs. I got to tell you, I think Broken Arrow has one of the absolute best logos in high school football. The B with the broken arrow making an A.
It's very sharp, good colors.
They remind you a little bit of Bentonville with the colors, the Tigers. The level of play.
Are you required to be black and gold if you're the Tigers? I guess so.
So first down here for the Purple Dogs. Hank Hendricks will come out under center. You don't see this very often.
Wow.
Now he'll drop back into the shotgun.
Okay.
2 receivers to the left side, 2 to the right. Purple Dogs from their own 33-yard line. Hendricks on first down, gives to Caleb Johnson, starts up the middle, goes left, across the 35, and he'll get forward to the 38. Gain of 5 for Caleb at 2nd and 5.
I thought he was going to be able to get around the end, and that would have been some big yardage.
We're going to see breakneck pace from both of these teams tonight. Fayetteville up to the line quickly, 4 wide. Now they bring Kenyon Johnson in motion. They hand it to Caleb going left side. Caleb will get to the 40, and then he'll be wrapped up after a gain of 2. It's going to bring up 3rd down and short for the Purple Dogs. John Broll made the stop for Broken Arrow. Fayetteville already back on the ball.
Yeah.
3 receivers right side, 1 to the left. Johnson stays in as the running back. Now Hendricks looks toward the sideline. They change the play. Broken Arrow with 3 down linemen. They bring a blitz. Hendricks throws right side, and it is incomplete. Katavian Taylor, the intended receiver, a little bit low. We couldn't go down and pick it. And Fayetteville's going to go 3 and out to start this game.
Well, yeah, just a little bit underthrown. If he hits him in the hands, that's a catch, and that's a first down.
James Nolan back deep to punt it for the Purple Dogs. Broken Arrow's most talented player is Samaj Stanford. He stands back deep to return this punt. The Tulsa World ranked him the number 5 best player in the state of Oklahoma.
Wow.
Here's a punt by Nolan. Pretty high kick, not going to be returnable. It'll take a Fayetteville bounce across the 35 on the Broken Arrow side, and they will mark it out at the Tigers. Well, we're still waiting to see exactly where they're going to mark it.
Well, they're going to have a little discussion.
At the 30-yard line.
Okay.
10:50 to play first quarter. First quarter brought to you by Crossover Hardware and Rental, your local hardware store. Start right. Start here. Jeremiah Satimba is the quarterback for Broken Arrow. We saw him a year ago. He'll bring a receiver in motion to his left side here on first down. 2 left, 1 right. BA from its 30. Now they move a tight end in motion. So Temple will hand it off on first down. Up the middle, nothing there. Good job by Fayetteville to read that run by Roberson, Octavian Roberson on the carry. Bring up 2nd down and 9. They'll give him a gain of a yard.
Show a lot of wrinkles, as we know, with Coach Wilkinson.
2nd down here for BA. They fake a pitch. So Timbo will keep it going left side. He's going to be tripped up. The ball came out. The ball came out. Fayetteville thinks they have it, And the side judge is going to say he was down. They'll say he was down, so it'll be a gain of 4 for Broken Arrow. Grayson Jerry made the stop for the Purple Dogs. It's 3rd down and 5. Fayetteville changes its formation.
Yeah, I was afraid they were going to say he was down.
Broken Arrow from the 35, need to get to its own 40. Satemba being pressured on 3rd down, throws, and will he get there? Fayetteville defense won't let him get there. A big hit over on the sideline, and Fayetteville's going to hold. It was Jerry again who made the stop on the receiver, Peyton Lang, and now it's 4th down and decision time for the Tigers.
See how aggressive they want to be.
They did not punt last week at Harbor, and they're going to bring the punt team out. This would be their first punt of the season. Kellen Segrin is the Broken Arrow punter. He stands back at the 24-yard line. Fayetteville kind of late bringing some players on. Katavian Taylor stands back deep. I think Fayetteville's going to have to take a timeout. Yeah, Fayetteville took a timeout. They had all kinds of issues going on with their personnel. And there's some confusion, looks like, on the sideline. Casey Dick was the one who took the timeout.
Yeah, he's not real happy with the special teams right now.
We'll stay here. 9:35 to play first quarter. No score. I want to tell you, Autoplex Collision Repairs, committed to providing the best customer service through every step of the repair process. With locations throughout Northwest Arkansas, visit fixrex.com to schedule your repair today.
Now you kind of got to beware of maybe Broken Arrow decides.
Maybe they second guess themselves.
Yeah, because they're still in the huddle. It's like if they were just going to straight up punt, or it could be just gamesmanship, but kind of an extended discussion.
They bring the punt team back out on the field. So Segrin, again, he didn't punt last week against Harbor. Broken Arrow had 6 possessions. They scored a touchdown 5 times, and then the clock ran out on number 6. Katavian Taylor, this is Kendrick Williams now going to stand back deep for Fayetteville. Segrin takes the snap. Fayetteville bringing pressure. He gets it off. It's a high kick, and it'll be field. Oh boy,
no.
It's booted. And Williams gets upended. Boy, a dangerous play there. Kendrick lucky to come away with that football at the 35-yard line. There is a flag down back behind the line of scrimmage, or right at the line of scrimmage, I should say.
Boy, that was dangerous.
There's a Broken Arrow player down on the field as well. So a little bit to sort out here. The penalties against Fayetteville.
On the return, I'm assuming.
We don't have a mic on our referee tonight, or if we do, it didn't work when he gave the call there. Bryson Brown, who's one of their really good players, one of those secondary players who has got Division I offers that Blair was telling you about in the pregame. He's the one who's down on the field for Broken Arrow.
Yeah, this doesn't look good.
They're already without a running back tonight.
There, he's up. Okay, good to see.
Brown gets to his feet. He'll walk off the field. So Fayetteville's going to keep the ball. The penalty, which I think was a hold, Blair, against the Purple Dogs, is going to move them back significantly.
Jeez.
To the, we'll call it the 13-yard line. That's where Fayetteville will take over with 9:26 to play first quarter. 2 big-time offenses, 2 3-and-outs so far. Hendricks with 4 wide receivers here on first down in the shotgun formation, takes the snap, fakes it to Johnson, throws left side, pass caught by Whitlow out across the 20. He'll be near the first down marker. I think he's a yard short. They'll put it down at the 23-yard line. He needed to get to the 24. 2nd down and 1 upcoming for the Purple Dogs. They're up to the line quickly, 2 wide to each side. Ball on the left hash. Caleb Johnson is in as the running back. Hendricks takes the snap, fakes it to Johnson, throws it to Kenyon Johnson, left side across the 25, And he's got a First Community Bank first down as he gets forward to the 29-yard line.
Nice.
Gain of 6 that time for Kenyon.
I mean, we'll take it. If they're just going to let us take 6 yards per play, we'll take that all day long.
4 wide again off the left hash. Shotgun formation. Hendricks takes it, gives it to Caleb Johnson going left side. At the 30, broke a tackle, got forward for 2, maybe 3 more yards. Caleb Johnson, 3 touchdown runs last week against Cabot. Seemed like everybody on offense had a monster game last week.
Yeah.
Fayetteville had 3 receivers go over 100 yards.
Oh, it was incredible. They're just rushing 3.
Second and 6 here from the 33. 2 receivers each side. Hendricks looking right, throwing that way, and it's incomplete.
No one sailed on him.
Katavian Taylor, the intended receiver. Noah Gillespie in coverage for Broken Arrow.
He tried to jump the route. Good thing it was a little bit overthrown. They had a little delayed blitz with the couple linebackers, but mainly they're just rushing the 3 and everybody's staying back.
So 3rd down and 6 here. 3 to the right side, 1 to the left. Hendricks takes the snap, quick pass, caught by Whitlow, but I think he's going to be short. Yeah, he's short of the first down marker. He gets forward to the 39-yard line. It's 4th and a yard. Fayetteville's got the offense out there. I know now they're going to bring the punt team out. Blair, I might have bet all the cash I had in my pocket to say there wouldn't be 3 3-and-outs to start this game.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by this too.
I think Fayetteville may have to burn another timeout.
Yeah, that's not good. Twice on special teams we've had to burn a timeout.
Here's what happened here. Reese Kennedy, the center, stayed in the game. Patrick Alexander, the deep snapper, went out there, and Patrick came running back off the field.
And now you've got 1 timeout for the remainder of the half.
Fayetteville's had to burn 2 timeouts on special teams. 8:08 to play, first quarter. Not quite what we thought we would be getting here tonight.
Yeah,
but it's early.
Yeah.
Still plenty of time for these teams to warm up. Tonight's broadcast of Purple Dog Football presented by Alex Baldwin State Farm, Fayetteville's #1 auto insurer, and by Ozarks Go, a telecommunications subsidiary of Ozarks Electric Cooperative, offering high-speed, reliable, multi-gig internet for Northwest Arkansas. James Nolan stands back to punt this away at his own 24-yard line. Patrick Alexander, the deep snapper for the Purple Dogs. Good snap, no rush. Nolan gets off a high spiraling kick, and Sanford will not be able to return this. It'll roll inside the 20, and that's going to be a nice punt there, Blair. They'll put it down at the 17-yard line.
Yeah, that bounced toward the sideline away from the returner.
44-yard net punt that time for Nolan. 7:59 to play in the first quarter. The Bank of Fayetteville is a bank in your corner and a proud supporter of Purple Dog football. Broken Arrow.
Just 1 first down so far, man.
I got to correct myself. There have not been 3 3-and-outs. Fayetteville got a first down on that last drive.
But that's been it.
Satimba goes under center here from the Broken Arrow 17. A run by Roberson.
Nice.
And he won't get anything. Hitting the backfield and taken down.
I think they're going to give him.
Will Price made the stop that time for the Purple Dogs.
Ooh, they're going to give him 2 yards.
They'll put the ball down at the 19. Brings up 2nd down and 8. Fayetteville, I don't think they've got Will Caston tonight. Blair, he left last week's game at halftime, did not return, and is not suited up on the sideline right now. We've got flags before
nice.
Broken Arrow can take this snap, and it looked like someone on the right side of the line flinched.
Yep. Good job by the Dogs to stay disciplined. Yeah, it's a shame. Someone's got to step up. But it's a shame that Will's not going to be part of a big game like this. But
2 receivers left side, 1 to the right. So Timba on 2nd down and 13. The BA 14 looks toward the sideline, 13 on the play clock. They're still waiting to get the call in. Play clock down to 5. Satimba in the shotgun. Still looking toward the sideline. And it's run out. Did they get a timeout, or is this going to be a delay of game?
It's got to be a delay of game. I don't think they signaled the timeout. Yeah. Wilkinson was down at the Fayetteville 30. As we know, he likes to
move
around.
it.
Yeah.
So, Broken Arrow going in reverse here as they put the ball back now on the 9. Consecutive penalties before the Tigers can get off a second down snap.
Wow.
Second down and 18 for Broken Arrow from its own 9-yard line. Satimba in the shotgun takes the snap, throwing deep down the left sideline, and that pass is incomplete.
Good coverage.
Stanford, the intended receiver. Mobley in coverage for the Purple Dogs. It's 3rd and long.
Good coverage. Pretty good protection. Dogs trying to put some pressure on him.
Fayetteville makes a change at linebacker here for 3rd down. Trey Byers comes in for Jax Tidwell. Obvious pass rush situation here. Broken Arrow needs to get to its own 27. 3rd down and long. Satimba in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left side. It's going to be a quarterback draw.
Oh,
he's hit at the line of scrimmage, gets away, and he takes a big
hit
by Brody Jones.
Oh, my.
Brody Jones laid out Satimba at the 11-yard line. It's 4th down.
Man.
If you will remember, Blair, Brody Jones got flagged for targeting at the end of the game last year at Broken Arrow. Got a big hit there. Another 3 and out for BA.
Yeah,
Segrin, the punter, standing in the end zone.
One of the big defensive linemen, I think it was Barnes, got a hand on him and kind of slowed him up.
Fayetteville coming after this punt. They almost got it. It's a high kick. Katavian Taylor calls for a fair catch at the Fayetteville 49.
Not bad.
Purple Dogs will take over there with 5:49 to play in the first quarter. A little bit of pushing and shoving during the play. United Country NWA Real Estate has been serving Fayetteville as well as Madison and Washington County since 1928, selling homes, farms, recreational properties, and land. A proud supporter of the Purple Dogs. Visit them online at nwahomeandfarm.com. These offenses kind of feeling each other out right now.
Yep.
Fayetteville from its own 49, 4 receivers. Hendricks takes the snap, gets to Caleb Johnson up the middle, gets across the Broken Arrow 45 and down to the 44. A gain of 7 that time, and it's 2nd and 3.
Big hole opened up by the offensive line there.
Clock runs 5:32, no score here at Harmon Field.
You wonder how much of the offense is scripted and when we get to the improv part.
4 wide here for Hendricks in the shotgun on 2nd down. Takes the snap, looking left, throws, caught. Whitlow across the 40. Whitlow broke a tackle and is thrown out of bounds.
Oh, that's a late hit.
And there's no flag.
Oh, my goodness.
Usually you get that call, especially whenever you're on your own sideline.
Well, yeah, when you're clearly off the field of play.
6-yard gain. It's a First Community Bank first down for Fayetteville from the Broken Arrow 38. 4 wide off the left hash. Hendricks gives it to Caleb Johnson running left side. Broke a tackle, and he'll get tripped up by Stanford at the 35-yard line. They'll mark him at the 36. A gain of 2. 2nd and 8. Clock running under 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Fayetteville with its best offensive possession here. Not really saying a whole lot. The offenses haven't done much to this point. 4 wide. Hendricks looks toward the sideline. Plenty of time on the play clock. Ball on the left hash. Play action. Hendricks against the blitz. He's going to be sacked. Broken Arrow just brought too many. Yeah, too many for Fayetteville to block. Nate Jackson and Gabriel Manning teamed up for that sack back at the 46-yard line. Loss of 10 yards that time. And now it's 3rd and long.
Ouch. Yeah, they sent the house that time.
They're running a different, what I would say, base defense tonight, Blair, than what they did at Harbor. At Harbor, they went with 4 down linemen. We're seeing them with more of a nickel look, 3-3-5 right now.
Yeah.
4 wide on 3rd down. Hendricks takes the snap, throws right side. Katavian Taylor catches it across the 40. Katavian will get some of that lost yardage back to the 37-yard line. We'll put it down at the 36, so it's a gain of 10 and it's 4th down. I think Fayetteville's going to go for it.
Yeah. Well, obviously they're worried about the passing attack, and understandable. They've got a Tigers shaken up at the 26-yard line.
There's an injury timeout on the field, 3:41 to play in the first quarter. We'll step away. No score at Harmon Field. This is Purple Dog Football on the Fayetteville Sports Network.
The GM Giant, Crane Buick GMC of Springdale, gives you that winning feeling when you get huge Crane cash discounts on the best selection of new high-quality Buicks and GMCs. Be the Crane cash champ and save on new Sierras, Yukons, Enclaves, Encores, and more. All backed by the Crane commitment, including a 100-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Now that's winning. That's the GM Giant. Crane Buick GMC of Springdale. Shop Crane Buick GMC of Springdale.com.
Family teaches us to value what we have.
Noah Gillespie injured that time for Broken Arrow. 4th down and 8 here for Fayetteville upcoming from the 36-yard line. Play action. Hendricks rolling to the right. He's going to tuck it and run. A flag comes out, and he's going to be hit on the sideline and taken down.
That almost looked like a horse collar.
It did. I think this is going to be a hold against Fayetteville back behind the play. Hendricks was taken down after a gain of 3 at the 33.
Awful high tackle.
So Fayetteville's going to turn it over on downs after that holding penalty. Broken Arrow declined the penalty. Cade Bright was the one who was guilty of the foul. So BA will get the ball here at its own 33-yard line.
No first downs. They have 12 yards of offense. The Bulldogs 2 first downs, 49 yards of offense. It's been a defensive struggle.
So Timba in the shotgun with 2 receivers right side, 1 to the left. Fayetteville brings pressure. He throws over the middle. It's caught across the 40 and to the 42-yard line. Zane Matthews Boudreaux made the catch. Spence Palladino took him down for the Purple Dogs. They'll put the ball down at the 42. It's a gain of 9. 2nd down and 1.
It was almost a face mask.
BA up to the line quickly, 4 wide. Ball in the middle of the field. Now they'll bring their tight end in motion back toward the line of scrimmage. Here's a run. Roberson gets across the 45, midfield, onto the Fayetteville side of the field, down to the Purple Dog 49. Broken Arrow up to the line quickly. Now we're seeing this tempo. 2 receivers left side, 1 to the right. Satimba takes it, gives it to Roberson up the middle, and Fayetteville clogs this up pretty good, although he pushes through for a couple of extra yards. Down to the 45. Palladino on the stop again.
Yeah, we've got to be aware. They're kind of mixing the tempo. They're slowing it down here. Got to keep your eyes on the Tigers.
2nd and 6 here for Broken Arrow on the Fayetteville side of the field at the 45-yard line. 2 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Shotgun formation. Satimba takes the snap. Roberson gets it again up the middle, and he is going to be bottled up and taken down for just a gain of a yard. Grayson Jerry was in on the stop that time for the Purple Dogs. Charlie Garden also there. Now it's 3rd and 5. Up to the line again. 2 receivers left side, 1 right for Broken Arrow. Now they look toward the sideline. We're very familiar with this offense. We saw this here for a while when Jay Wilkinson was Fayetteville's offensive coordinator. You get up to the line, you see if you get a look, and then you look toward the sideline and you take a good chunk of your play clock. From the 44-yard line, 3rd down and 5. Fayetteville bringing pressure. Satimba rolls to his left. Now lets it go downfield, and he overshot his intended receiver.
Pretty good awareness of not going over the line of scrimmage because he was right up on it.
Peyton Lang, the intended receiver for Broken Arrow. Kendrick Williams, the Razorback commit, back in coverage for Fayetteville. And now we'll see what Broken Arrow decides to do here at the middle of the field. From the 44, 4th and 5. They've got the offense out there. 2 receivers left side, 1 to the right. Gives a hard count. Now looks toward the sideline. So Timba takes a step back as if he might pooch punt.
Yeah.
He does, but a flag comes out. I think they jumped, Blair.
Yeah, they did. They weren't set. And you got to wonder, too, this is new for them because, I mean, they're not used to their offensive coordinator hanging out inside the far 10, and he's talking to the coaches on the sideline. So it's I'm sure it's a work in progress. Quarterbacks aren't used to that.
False start was a penalty against Broken Arrow. Now I think they're going to bring their traditional punt team out. Satimba was going to pooch punt that.
There's still a little confusion on special teams.
Katavian Taylor has gone back as the returner for Fayetteville. Now look at this look.
And now
we're going to get a timeout taken by Broken Arrow.
Yeah.
Minute 18 to play in the first quarter. We'll step away for just a moment. No score at Harmon Field. This is Purple Dog Football on the Fayetteville Sports Network.
Family teaches us to value what we have. It's not about living under one roof. It's about staying connected, no matter where we are. Ozarks Go, keeping you connected to what matters most.
The roof is a home's main defense against the elements, so services like upkeep, repairs, and upgrades are vital. David's Roofing is the only roofing contractor in Northwest Arkansas that has the prestigious Select Shingle Master rating from Certainty. With David's Roofing, your roof is in good hands.
Minute 18 to play in the first quarter. Fayetteville and Broken Arrow in a scoreless tie here at Harmon Field. 4th and 10 upcoming.
We thought there would be a lot of offense. There has really not been to this point. Just 3 first downs total.
So again, they've got this unique formation here where I think this is Satimba going to punt this, Blair. It is. It's a high kick, and Katavian's going to call for a fair catch inside the 15. At the 12-yard line, that's where Fayetteville will start its 4th drive of the game.
Yeah, I mean, 3 plays, 5, 3, 6, 5. Fayetteville's 5-play, 26-yard drive, the second of the ball game. That's the longest anybody's had so far.
Purple Dogs want to thank Gusanos for feeding the football team tonight. Sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
2 receivers to both sides for Fayetteville from the 12-yard line. Hendricks in the shotgun takes the snap. Quick pass out left side. Whitlow catches it.
Nice.
Gets across the 15, and a nice tackle by Stanford. You can see why the college coaches like him.
Yeah.
Smaj Stanford closed quickly on Whitlow. It's a 5-yard gain up to the 17, and it's 2nd and 5. We've gone under a minute to play first quarter.
And we'll keep taking these little 5, 6-yard chunks.
2 to each side. Ball on the left hash from the Fayetteville 17. Hendricks takes the snap on 2nd down. Good pocket. Now he's going to step up and run, and he'll take a slide near the 20. Got hit as he was sliding.
Yeah.
They'll put the ball down
Close.
at the 20-yard line, and it's going to be 3rd and 2 from there.
Yeah. Now they've moved 2 safeties back. Well, they keep changing their look. It's 1 back, 2. Now they're going to 1.
3rd down and 2 from the 20. Fayetteville takes the snap. Here's a sweep left side. Katavian Taylor across the 25. He'll get forward near the 30. That's a First Community Bank first down for the Purple Dogs with 8 seconds to play in the first quarter, I'm sorry.
Good block.
Casey Dick says, let's take it to the quarter break. They'll talk about it there. Well, a little bit different game than we thought we'd have so far. No score here at Harmon Field. It's Fayetteville 0, Broken Arrow 0. We'll see if the Purple Dogs can change that when we come back for the second quarter in just a moment. This is Purple Dog Football on the Fayetteville Sports Network.
My story isn't that different from a lot of people that grew up in a small town. My dream was always to play baseball. But as a kid, it's hard to prove yourself when you're so far away from the big leagues. When no one else thought I was good enough, our community did. From family to friends, coaches, and local businesses, my community built me into the player that I am today. And I'm just getting started. When you have the support of a community, anything is possible. First Community Bank, where community comes first.
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed Tender Bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession. Only at Slim Chickens.
Back at Harmon Field, getting ready for the start of the second quarter.
Our Alex Baldwin State Farm players the game for Cabot. Hank Hendricks on offense, Will Caston on defense. Alex has sponsored Purple Dog Player of the Week since 2013. We appreciate his support of Purple Dog football. Remember, call AlexBaldwin.com, Fayetteville's #1 auto insurer.
First down for Fayetteville from its own 30. 2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Tight end in on the right side. Ball on the left hash. Hendricks takes the snap out of the shotgun, hands it to Caleb Johnson. He breaks a tackle, gets right side, and he won't get much more to the 35. Good open field tackle that time for the Tigers. Messiah Owens took him down. A gain of 5, though, and it'll bring up 2nd and 5. I've been impressed with their tackling ability from BA so far. Much better than Cabot last week.
Yeah,
second down. Caleb Johnson gets the call again, goes right side, and he's got first down yardage across the 40 as he's pushed out of bounds at the 41-yard line. A flag comes out at the end of the play. Some pushing and shoving on the sideline.
Yeah, let's see what this is.
They marked Caleb out at the 40. Looked like they might have shorted him a yard.
Yeah, I think they did.
Well, now they've moved it to the 41. So it is a 6-yard gain for him. But we're going to have a dead ball penalty. Goodness. So Fayetteville gets the first Community Bank first down, but a personal foul penalty on Luis Perez after the play. You heard Steve Schrum, a referee, say that it's going to be 1st and 10 after these 15 yards are marked off. That'll put Fayetteville back at the 26-yard line. 11:28 to play before halftime, no score. First down Fayetteville here. 4 receivers. Hendricks goes shotgun, being pressured backside, throws over the middle, and it's right through the hands of Whitlow. Whitlow had a little bit of room to run, too, had he been able to bring that in. Second down and 10 here for the Purple Dogs. They come out with 2 receivers to both sides. Ball on the right hash. Hendricks being as a receiver in motion. They hand it to Kenyon Johnson, running right side across the 30. Kenyon Johnson gets forward to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 6 that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 2.
Just trying to find a way to get the ball down the field.
Fayetteville needs to get to the ball to its own 36-yard line. A little tighter set here. 2 receivers right side. They hand it to Johnson running right side. He gets across the first down marker, gets to the 40, and it'll be a First Community Bank first down after a gain of 6 yards for Caleb Johnson. They'll mark him down at the 40. Purple Dogs moving the ball a little bit better on this drive. Penalty backed them up, but now they've got those yards back.
Just over 100 yards now, 5 first downs in the ball game for the Dogs.
3 receivers left side, tight end to the right. Hendricks takes the snap on first down. Caleb Johnson gets it again, right side, gets to the 45, and again, great tackle in the open field. This time Gillespie took down Johnson after a gain of 5. These are the plays last week, Blair, where Caleb Johnson gets past that first defender. He gets 10, 15 yards. And he's just not getting past that first defender right now.
No, they're ramping up. They're really solid tackling.
Again, remember Travis Hill. He's their head coach. He was their defensive coordinator when Broken Arrow had the only undefeated season in its school history. Yeah. 2nd and 5, 2 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right from the 45-yard line. Caleb Johnson will run it up the middle against a blitz, and he'll get a couple of yards. A flag came out from
the secondary.
Yes. They'll mark Johnson down at the 47, but we've got to see what the flag is.
He was well downfield.
Defense, number 1. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run, resulting in a first down.
So a holding penalty against Noah Gillespie. That'll give Fayetteville another First Community Bank first down It'll move the Purple Dogs onto the Broken Arrow side of the field to the 40. Well, we're still waiting to see.
Keep going. No, don't come back this way. Keep going the other way.
He marked off too many yards. Now he has to go in reverse. They'll put it down at the 43, so it'll be a 10-yard penalty from the end of the run for Caleb Johnson. Fayetteville with 2 receivers to each side here. Ball on the right hash. Hendricks in the shotgun. Now he gets a new play from Mike Volarovich, the OC, on the sideline. Hendricks takes the snap. Here's the give. Caleb Johnson right side. Caleb gets a couple of hard yards up to the 40. 2nd down and 8 upcoming.
Well, just gonna keep pounding the rock. You just get a sense that if they're gonna pop one eventually.
First time tonight, we'll see Fayetteville empty the backfield. They'll move Caleb Johnson out to the left side. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. That's the short side of the field. Hendricks in the shotgun on 2nd down. Throws left side. They set up a screen for Whitlow. He had trouble bringing it in, though. And Broken Arrow makes him pay.
Yeah.
A hit back behind the line of scrimmage at the 41. It'll be a loss of a yard. Josie Sanders made the stop for the Tigers, and now it's 3rd and long.
This is one of the best tackling performances I've seen out of a defense. I mean, they are just, it's amazing.
4 wide, 2 to both sides from the Broken Arrow 41 on 3rd and 9. Hendricks, pump fake, throws down the middle of the field, and it is caught by Kenyon Johnson across the 30 and down to the 25-yard line. Broken Arrow players saying he caught it off the turf, but they're going to call it a catch.
Yep.
It's a 16-yard gain and another First Community Bank first down. Fayetteville, the deepest it's been on BA's side of the field.
Put it where only his receiver could get it.
2 receivers right side, 1 to the left from the 25. Caleb Johnson gets the call right side, and he's going to be tripped up at the 24. Again, Gillespie. Those cornerbacks are crashing on these run plays from Fayetteville. You wonder if they might catch them with a play action at some point with how hard they're crashing down on these plays.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of tackling too. I mean, that's impressive. I mean, they're good coverage, but man, they can also tackle. That's why they have the offers they have.
7:42 and counting, first half, no score. Fayetteville on the march, though, at the Broken Arrow 24. Hendricks, play action, rolling to his right, dumps it out across the 20, and Bright is going to be near the first down marker. We'll see where they mark him out of bounds. They'll mark Cade Bright down at he's short of the first down marker, Blair. They'll put it down at the 16, an 8-yard gain, and now it's 3rd and a yard.
Great play call. Now that gives them something else to worry about. Tight end rolling to the sideline. A lot of room on the left.
3 receivers right side. Caleb Johnson, the running back. Caleb gets the call up the middle. He's got the first down as he pushes across the 15-yard line and down to the 13. A gain of 3 and another First Community Bank first down. The Purple Dogs are inside the Fayetteville Auto Park Toyota Chevy Red Zone.
That is the 8th first down for the Bulldogs. We've rushed for 51 yards so far.
Clock running, 7:12 to play before halftime. Purple Dogs with a first down at the 13 on the Broken Arrow side of the field. 3 receivers to the left side, and the ball's on the right hash. Hendricks, it's going to be a quarterback keeper right side. He's just going to fall down. I don't know if that might have been a broken play, Blair, but it didn't look right.
And then he kind of tried to cut and went down, but thankfully bounces back up.
They put the ball down at the 15-yard line. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. 6:33 to play before halftime.
This will be the 18th play of the drive. Good sustained drive. Let's finish this thing, though.
Hendricks in the shotgun on 2nd down. Takes a snap, looking to throw left side. Now throwing toward the end zone, and it is incomplete. They say it hit the turf. Kenyon Johnson thought he had a touchdown, and they say it hit the turf. And now Fayetteville's going to face 3rd and long.
And the cornerback fell down, so he was wide open. Oh, it was there.
Well, we haven't seen a whole lot of mistakes from the Broken Arrow defense. Fayetteville nearly capitalized on one right there. But now 3rd and 12 for the Purple Dogs. We'll actually call it 3rd and 11. They need to get to just past the 4-yard line. 2 receivers both sides, shotgun formation. Hendricks takes the snap, and we've got a flag before, or a whistle. I think we may have a timeout. We do. Okay. Timeout, Broken Arrow. 6:09 to play before halftime. We're scoreless at Harmon Field. This is Purple Dog Football on the Fayetteville Sports Network.
Looking for homes in Fayetteville? Looking for a lakefront property in northwest Arkansas? A cattle operation? Hunting land? We've got you covered. United Country NWA Real Estate relies on a proven blend of local expertise and national marketing to serve our clients. We've served Fayetteville since 1928 and proudly support our Fayetteville High School Bulldogs. Find your freedom with NWA Real Estate.
6:09 to play before halftime. Fayetteville trying to score here inside the red zone. Second quarter brought to you by Dana Boring at Eagle Bank Mortgage. Now is the best time to kick off your goal of buying a home. Apply online today at danaboring.com, DANABOREING.com. She and her team will get you to the end zone. See if she can get the Purple Dogs to the end zone here on 3rd and 11. 6:09 to play in the first half. 2 receivers to the right side, 2 to the left. Hendricks in the shotgun. They bring Taylor in motion. They hand it to him. He's going to flip it back to Hendricks. Hendricks throwing toward the end zone in the left corner, and it is incomplete, but there's a flag.
Yeah.
They went deep in the playbook to find that one. They handed it to Katavian Taylor. He flipped it back to Hank Hendricks. And Kenyon Johnson is going to be.
It's going to be a first down.
It's still 3rd down. Remember, in high school, it's not an automatic first down. It's going to be half the distance to the goal, but it's going to make it 3rd and a little bit more manageable.
So where they spot this?
Gadsden Farrell was the one who was guilty of the pass interference against Kenyon Johnson. They'll put the ball down at the 7.5-yard line, so it'll be 3rd down and just a little over 3. 3 receivers left side, 1 to the right. Low snap. Hendricks picks it up, throws to the left side. It is caught near the first down marker. We'll see if he got it. Nicholson with the catch. Where did they mark him out? They're going to mark him short, Blair. At the 5-yard line, it's going to be 4th and a yard for the Purple Dogs. They leave the offense out on the field. 5:35. Now they're going to bring the kicking team out.
Okay, play it safe. Get the points.
We've got another whistle. Did somebody take a timeout?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know. They're going to huddle up.
They're going to reset the play clock. There was definitely a whistle. Okay, so this for Ethan Farthing. He made 2 field goals last week of 21 and 27 yards. Both of them are off the hash mark. This is going to be a 22-yarder off the left hash. Patrick Alexander will snap. William Woodruff will hold. Here's the snap. The ball is down. The kick is on the way, and it is good.
They boomed it.
We finally have a score here at Harmon Field. Ethan Farthing with a 22-yard field goal. And with 5:42 to play before halftime, our new score, Fayetteville 3, Broken Arrow nothing. This is Purple Dog Football on the Fayetteville Sports Network.
At Mellow Mushroom, we use single-source Appalachian spring water for our out-of-this-world crust. But you didn't need to know that. You'll taste the difference. I mean, it'd be brilliant if you did know that. Come to think of it, you definitely know now, because I just told you.
An accident can leave you feeling stuck.
5:42 to play in the first half. Fayetteville leading Broken Arrow 3-0 after a 22-yard field goal by Ethan Farthing.
Finally, some offense.
20-something plays on that drive.
Yeah, I meant to look. I can tell you here in a minute.
Jack Billings will kick this off for the Purple Dogs. Stanford back to return. He takes it from the 4. Back across the 5. This is kind of slow to develop across the 10, but he's got some room now. Across the 15, 20, 25, and he's undercut at the 30-yard line. Charlie Garton made the stop for the Purple Dogs. So Broken Arrow will start this drive at its own 31 with 5:32 to play in the first half. The Purple Dogs bring their best to the field each night, and Crane Buick GMC in Springdale brings their best every day as well. The best selection on new and pre-owned vehicles from trucks to SUVs like GMC Sierra, Yukon, Acadia, Buick Encore and Vision. Best inventory at the best prices and the best service hands down. Save thousands and lower your payments every single day for all your vehicle needs. Crane Buick GMC in Springdale. On first down, Satimba will hand it off. A jet sweep going left side. Not much there for Lang as he gets out to the 33. Grayson Jerry on the stop that time for the Purple Dogs.
21 plays, 83 yards on that scoring drive for the Bulldogs.
Gain of 2. Second down and 8.
Well, I can't recall a 20-plus drive by the Bulldogs. Not very often.
3 receivers to the right side here for Broken Arrow, 1 to the left. Satimba is in the shotgun, takes the snap. Fayetteville brings 3. They throw it out to the right side in the flat. And a broken tackle across the 40. First down yardage for Roberson. Pushed out of bounds by Grayson Jerry. We saw Cabot hurt Fayetteville last week with some passes to the running back. Saw that on film, too, from Broken Arrow against Harbor last week.
Yeah, there's some talking going on.
9-yard gain out to the 42. First down here for the Tigers. 4:49 to play in the first half. Fayetteville holding a 3-0 lead. A high snap. Roberson gets the call, and he's going to be met in the hole and taken down. Will Price and Jax Tidwell combined to make the stop. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll bring up second and long.
Will Price had a great game last week, as did Mr. Caston.
2 receivers to the left side. Couple of tight ends in here on second down and 9. Satimba takes the snap. Play action. Throws. It is caught. Laying onto the Fayetteville side. He's thrown down by Kendrick Williams, and a flag's going to come out of the secondary.
For what?
He tackled him high, Blair. I don't know if they're going to say
clean.
that it was a face mask.
No. I mean, I was looking right at it through binoculars. He grabbed him by the shoulder pads. It wasn't a horse collar or anything that I saw.
Here comes the call from Steve Schramm. Yeah, so it's a 5-yard face mask penalty against Kendrick Williams.
Wow, I did not see him grab the face mask.
That'll move BA forward to the 42 of Fayetteville. So now the Tigers on the march, trying to answer that Purple Dog field goal.
Not sure about that one.
2 tight ends, 2 receivers here on first down. Here's the give. Roberson is going to be hit at the line, but he's going to pull the pile forward to the 39-yard line before he's finally thrown back by several Purple Dogs.
He got a generous spot.
Spence Palladino got a hold of him right at about the line of scrimmage, and he pulled Palladino forward to the 39. Gain of 3, second and 7. The clock is stopped, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
3:47, now it's moving.
I don't know if it's intentional, but a lot of these snaps he's having to reach up to get.
Yeah. Second down, 2 receivers left side, 1 right at the Fayetteville 39. Another high snap. Roberson gets the call up the middle. Big hole across the 35. Broke a tackle across the 30, and he'll be driven out of bounds by Jax Tidwell at the 27-yard line after a gain of 12.
Busted some tackles that time.
Broken Arrow up to the line quickly from the Fayetteville 27. Roberson will get the call again, going right side, and he's going to be taken down right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard on the carry. Will Price made the stop. Cole Mobley also helped slow him down. Second down and 9. 3:09 and counting to play first half. Fayetteville up 3-0. But Broken Arrow on the march here at the Fayetteville 26-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Shotgun formation. Satimba will keep it himself. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe a yard, but Grayson Jerry with a nickel blitz that time, able to take Satimba down. And it's 3rd and 8. think Broken Arrow's maybe thinking that they can get something up the middle against this Fayetteville defense running the ball. This is the most we've seen them run it so far.
Yeah, he's setting us up for something.
3rd down and 8, 3 receivers to the left side, or to the right side, I'm sorry, 1 to the left. Ball off the right hash mark. Satimba looking left all the way, one-on-one. Little push off and no flag. Stanford, the intended receiver.
Turned the wrong way.
C.J. Bailey in coverage for the Purple Dogs, and now it's 4th down. So from here, Blair, it'd be about a 42-yard field goal. I don't know what kind of leg Irvine has, but they're going to leave the offense out on the field. Another big 4th down for Fayetteville right here defensively. 2:17 to play before halftime. Broken Arrow at the Fayetteville 25. They need to get to the Purple Dogs 17. 2 receivers both sides. Satimba off the right hash mark takes the snap. Fayetteville brings a delayed blitz. Satimba throwing deep downfield, and that pass is incomplete. Incomplete, thrown into double coverage. Samaj Stanford, the intended receiver, he and Brody Jones exchanged some words. Jones and Garton were back deep for Fayetteville. Purple Dogs take over on downs with 2:11 to play before halftime.
Nice. Matt, they got a little tangled up, but I mean, the ball was well over their heads. Incidental contact.
Couple of D1 football players right there. You know, Stanford's going to get to play kind of pick of the litter type deal.
Yep.
Brody Jones committed to Cincinnati for the Purple Dogs.
Hey, there's some pride on the line tonight, no question about it.
2:11 to play in the half. Fayetteville with 1 timeout starts this drive at its own 25. Hendricks takes the snap on 1st down, being pressured, steps up, throws deep, and it's almost picked.
Underthrew that one. Well, that's a shame, because Kenyon had about 2 yards on the DB.
Bryson Brown, the Tiger who knocked that down. Second and 10 here for Fayetteville from its own 25. 4 wide. Here's a quick pass out in the flat. Caleb Johnson gets across the 25, but he won't get much. Tripped up at about the 28-yard line. Gillespie with the tackle. And now it's 3rd down and 7.
Now you kind of worry about the clock, because you'd like to eat a little more time if you can.
I think this is one where you run the clock down, Blair, and then if you get the 1st down, you get in a hurry.
Yeah.
3rd down, 7 yards to go for Fayetteville from its own 28. 2 receivers to both sides. Hendricks throws right. He's got Caleb Johnson wide open across the 40, and he'll step out of bounds at the Fayetteville 45-yard line. A gain of 17 that time for Caleb. Smart play getting out of bounds. It stops the clock with 1:19.
Indeed, they just forgot about him. Little wheel route. He came out of the backfield. There was nobody near him. They were so worried about everybody else downfield.
2 receivers left side, 2 to the right here for Fayetteville from its own 45. Nearly got Broken Arrow to jump. Now Hank Hendricks looks back toward the sideline. 11 on the play clock. Hendricks takes the snap. Play action. Looking right side, nothing there. Now goes left side.
Dangerous.
Threw it into double coverage, looking for Whitlow. It was knocked away. Messiah Owens got his hands on it. Yeah. 2nd down.
Almost wonder if he was trying to throw it away. I'm not sure. That was a little dangerous, though.
Fayetteville with a 1 timeout remaining. They had to use 2 on special teams in the 1st quarter. From its own 45, 4 wide receivers. Caleb Johnson will get the call, starts up the middle, breaks a tackle, running right side. He's going to be hit at the 49, a gain of 4. A little slow to get up. Gillespie and Johnson, I mean, they've been going face mask to face mask all night.
Yeah. Well, that was a pretty punishing hit, too, after they missed 2 tackles.
Clock is running, 51 seconds to play. Fayetteville may be in this situation again where they run it down and see what happens on 3rd down. Purple Dogs need 6 yards to the Broken Arrow 45. 35 seconds to play. 4 wide. Now they move Johnson in motion to the left side. Hendricks throws over the middle.
Nice.
That pass is caught right at the 1st down marker. And it'll be a First Community Bank first down for the Purple Dogs. Kenyon Johnson with the catch. That'll stop the clock with 27 seconds, and now it's running again. Fayetteville's got to show some urgency right here.
Yeah, we got to go.
All kinds of time they're taking to get this play in. 16 seconds, 15 seconds. Hendricks takes the snap. Play action. Looking deep downfield toward the end zone, and he overshot Katavian Taylor with 7 seconds to play in the half.
Well,
a Fayetteville player's helmet popped off. That was Matthew Heckman. There's a flag out. Maybe hands to the face.
It could be a variety of things.
Officials are having a discussion over in front of the Broken Arrow bench.
So the flag's down at the 47 of Broken Arrow in front of their bench.
Steve Schrum, the referee, has been busy tonight.
Yes.
So a holding penalty against Fayetteville, a face mask penalty against Broken Arrow. And now with 7 seconds to play. Boy, Fayetteville, they'd like those seconds back, I would think, Blair.
Yes, they would.
They took a long time once they got this first down to the 45.
Yeah, this is going to be it. This is probably your last play of the first half.
3 receivers to the left side. They just run it. Caleb Johnson up the middle, and he'll be hit at the 44 and taken down. They got a timeout. Are they going to take it? No, they're not. They're going to go to halftime. Very interesting decisions there by Fayetteville at the end of the half. You'd think they might be a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah.
Broken Arrow is going to get the ball first in the second half, too.
Just felt like there was a little more time on the clock to run a couple more plays, but
Fayetteville keeps that timeout in its back pocket. Meadow Mushrooms, home to great pizza, salads, and calzones, plus a full bar with 27 drafts on tap. Locally owned and operated since 2008 at 1460 East Augustine Lane, meadowmushroom.com. We thought it might be a shootout tonight at Harmon Field. Maybe it still will be, but right now the score at halftime, Fayetteville 3, Broken Arrow nothing.
You know, just a real quick thought on that. You don't want to try to force something in a game like this, so maybe that was, you know, the reasoning to not try to, you know, force something, maybe turn it over or whatever. So, but still, I mean, a pretty good first half. The Bulldogs had, I mean, Broken Arrow 4 first downs. Would you have believed it if I told you that? And Fayetteville's got 10, and it's a 3-0 game. I don't think any of us saw that.
No, I don't know the last time we saw a 3-0 game here at halftime, to be honest with you. We don't get many of these.
No, not at all.
All right, we will step away for a little bit. I think we're going to show you some of the band performance here tonight. We'll be back shortly with some scores from around the area, some scores of note. Again, our halftime score, Fayetteville 3, Broken Arrow nothing. This is Purple Dog Football on the Fayetteville Sports Network.
An accident can leave you feeling stuck, uncertain of where you can go. At Autoplex, we specialize in getting your vehicle repaired quickly and accurately. Our expert technicians use the latest tools and OEM parts to restore your car to its pre-accident condition. With precision and care, we ensure your car looks and performs as if the accident never happened. Ready to get your car back on the road? Visit fixrex.com to start your repair today.
The GM Giant, Crane Buick GMC of Springdale gives you that winning feeling when you get huge Crane cash discounts on the best selection of new high-quality Buicks and GMCs. Be the Crane cash champ and save on new Sierras, Yukons, Enclaves, Encores, and more. All backed by the Crane commitment, including a 100-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Now that's winning. That's the GM Giant. Crane Buick GMC of Springdale. Shop Crane Buick GMC of Springdale.com.
Family teaches us to value what we have. It's not about living under one roof. It's about staying connected, no matter where we are. Ozarks Go, keeping you connected to what matters most.
The roof is the home's main defense against the elements, so services like upkeep, repairs, and upgrades are vital. David's Roofing is the only roofing contractor in Northwest Arkansas that has the prestigious Select Shingle Master rating from Certainty. With David's Roofing, your roof is in good hands.
My story isn't that different from a lot of people that grew up in a small town. My dream was always to play baseball, but as a kid, it's hard to prove yourself when you're so far away from the big leagues. When no one else thought I was good enough, our community did. From family to friends, coaches, and local businesses, my community built me into the player that I am today. And I'm just getting started. When you have the support of a community, anything is possible. First Community Bank, where community comes first.
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed tender bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession. Only at Slim Chickens.
Looking for homes in Fayetteville? Looking for a lakefront property in Northwest Arkansas? A cattle operation? Hunting land? We've got you covered. United Country NWA Real Estate relies on a proven blend of local expertise and national marketing to serve our clients. We've served Fayetteville since 1928 and proudly support our Fayetteville High School Bulldogs. Find your freedom with NWA Real Estate.
At Mellow Mushroom, we use single-source Appalachian spring water for our out-of-this-world crust. But you didn't need to know that. You'll taste the difference. I mean, it'd be brilliant if you did know that. Come to think of it, you definitely know now, because I just told you.
An accident can leave you feeling stuck, uncertain of where you can go. At Autoplex, we specialize in getting your vehicle repaired quickly and accurately. Our expert technicians use the latest tools and OEM parts to restore your car to its pre-accident condition. With precision and care, we ensure your car looks and performs as if the accident never happened. Ready to get your car back on the road? Visit fixrex.com to start your repair today.
The GM Giant, Crane Buick GMC of Springdale gives you that winning feeling when you get huge Crane cash discounts on the best selection of new high-quality Buicks and GMCs. Be the Crane cash champ and save on new Sierras, Yukons, Enclaves, Encores, and more. All backed by the Crane commitment, including a 100-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Now that's winning. That's the GM Giant. Crane Buick GMC of Springdale. Shop Crane Buick GMC of Springdale.com.
Family teaches us to value what we have. It's not about living under one roof. It's about staying connected, no matter where we are. Ozarks Go, keeping you connected to what matters most.
The roof is the home's main defense against the elements, so services like upkeep, repairs, and upgrades are vital. David's Roofing is the only roofing contractor in Northwest Arkansas that has the prestigious Select Shingle Master rating from Certainty. With David's Roofing, your roof is in good hands.
My story isn't that different from a lot of people that grew up in a small town. My dream was always to play baseball, but as a kid, it's hard to prove yourself when you're so far away from the big leagues. When no one else thought I was good enough, the community did. From family to friends, coaches, and local businesses, my community built me into the player that I am today. And I'm just getting started. When you have the support of a community, anything is possible. First Community Bank, where community comes first.
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new...
And hear exciting moments. Please show your support by clapping and cheering. The performers can hear you, and your positive energy can feed the performance. Let's go Bulldogs! is entitled Chrysalis and features the following musical selections. Mozzo Scherzo Vivace from Symphony No. 9 by Ludwig van Beethoven. The Rite of Spring by Igor Stravinsky. On the Nature of Daylight by Max Richter. And Air Waltz by Oliver Davis. Fayetteville High School is proud to present in halftime performance drum majors Danny Trainum, Morgan McCauley, and Celia Malden, and the Fayetteville High School Marching Band. Local Marching Band is under the direction of Brett Lawson, Michael Post, Jason Marshall, Matthew Scott, Savannah Ellis.
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed tender bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession. Only at Slim Chickens.
Checking in on some scores from around the 7A. Little Rock Christian at Shiloh tonight. Shiloh is up 23-10. Greenwood leads at Northside 27-14. They just went to halftime. West is putting it on Cabot tonight, 49-7. In Cabot, they're not even at halftime yet. Bentonville leads Conway 24-10. Farmington leads Harbor 21-14. Springdale leads Van Buren 24-21. Rogers is blowing out Muskogee 35-0. Bryant brought in Newton, Georgia for a home game. The Hornets are up 24-7. And Carl Junction, Missouri is pasting Heritage 32-0. It is 3-0 here. An Ethan Farthing 22-yard field goal is the only offense we've had so far. Broken Arrow's been limited to 4 first downs, 73 total yards of offense. The Bulldogs 10 first downs, 161 yards unofficially of offense. Caleb Johnson 15 carries, 42 yards. Katavian Taylor 1 rush for 10. Kenyon Johnson 1 for 8. Hank Hendricks 4 rushes, -6 yards. He's 13 of 19 passing for 107 yards. Leading receiver Charles Whitlow has had a nice night. 5 catches, 37 yards. Kenyon 3 catches, 29. Caleb 2 for 20. Katavian 1 for 10. Cade Bright caught 1 for 8 yards, and Jaden Nicholson 1 for 3 yards. Satimba for Broken Arrow 4 of 8 passing for 30 yards. Octavian Robertson is their offensive juggernaut right now, 9 carries, 34 yards. Really surprising numbers for Jay Wilkinson offense. But the Bulldog defense has done a very nice job keeping them in check. In fact, that scoring drive for Fayetteville was 21 plays, I believe, if I pull it up here real quick. 21 plays, 83 yards. So an outstanding job by the Dogs. And I don't know that we're going to have a 3-minute warm-up period. We're going to play football. We're going to go and get this third quarter underway. Usually the teams come out and then they do the 3-minute deal, but not tonight. We're going straight into football.
Fayetteville's going to kick it off to start the second half. Jack Billings tees the ball up for the Purple Dogs. Second half kickoff brought to you by Square One Trust Incorporated, a wood truss manufacturing facility serving Northwest Arkansas, Southwest Missouri, and Eastern Oklahoma. SquareOneTrust.com. See what kind of adjustments these two teams have made. Jack Billings' kick is a high end-over-end kick that Stanford will take from the 4-yard line. Back across the 10, 15, 20, and Stanford's going to be taken out of bounds right at about the 20-yard line.
Well, I think they're going to give him the 21.
Third quarter brought to you by Nutriment. Call Nutriment today for all your lawn service needs. 479-365-2222. That's 479-365-2222. Nutriment is a proud supporter of Purple Dog football.
Yeah, after going through all the scores, this is by far the lowest scoring game of the night so far.
Maybe the quickest so far right now, too.
That's true. Everybody else just now going to halftime.
Broken Arrow starts this drive on its own 21-yard line.
Sorry.
Trying to get the chain set over on the far sideline.
Yeah, that was my phone. I didn't mean to scare everybody.
So Timba is in the shotgun, takes the snap on first down. Roberson gets the call right side in a big hole across the 30. Well, he didn't get to the 30. He got upended. I tell you, Brody Jones closed really fast.
Yes, he did. He made a big hit.
They'll give him forward progress to the 30, so it's a 9-yard gain. Blair, I thought that might go for 20, 30 yards.
Oh, yeah, it looked like it was going to be a big gain, and then here comes Brody.
Second big hit tonight for Brody Jones. Comes off to the sideline, though, after the play. 2nd and a yard. Broken Arrow moves its tight end in motion. Here's the give again, and it's Roberson again across the 35, 40. He's at midfield at the 45 of Fayetteville and run out of bounds by Grayson Jerry on the Tigers sideline. They'll mark him out at the 43-yard line, but 2 big holes on the right side on the first 2 plays of this half for Broken Arrow.
Well, they've found something to attack the dog defense with. Trainer's checking out Brody.
It is a chilly night, an unseasonably cool night here. Stepped outside during halftime, and a lot of people with jackets and hoodies on. You need it after the sun went down.
Yeah, it's almost like in October, late October.
First down from the 43 for Broken Arrow. Satimba hands it off up the middle across the 35, the 30. Roberson pulling players forward near the 20-yard line. Cole Mobley and
I would say that
Will Price in on the stop.
Their running game obviously got challenged at halftime.
From the 21-yard line, Roberson's going to get another call going right side, and he'll get across the 20 down to the 16-yard line. A 5-yard gain that time for Roberson. Shortest gain he's had of this drive, but it's been the Roberson show right now.
Yeah, it's their best drive of the night.
Brody Jones got hurt, Blair, on that big hit that he delivered a couple of plays back. He's on the bench, being looked at by a Fayetteville trainer. Yeah. 2nd and 5 for Broken Arrow from the Fayetteville 16. 2 receivers left side. Tight end moves in motion to the right. Satimba takes the snap, play action, quick pass out left side. This is Lang across the 15. He's at the 10. And a touchdown saving tackle by C.J. Bailey at the 6-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Tigers.
We've got the Dogs reeling a little bit defensively right now.
Broken Arrow, good drive here they've put together to start the second half. 10-13 to play 3rd quarter. Fayetteville holding on to a 3-0 lead. The Tigers are knocking on the door. They'll move Satimba out as a running back to the left side of the formation. This is the tight end, Titan Hicks, who was a quarterback previously in high school. He'll take the direct snap, runs up the middle, and Titan Hicks gets toward the goal line. He'll be taken down at the 2 with a gain of 4.
A little wildcat action there. Well, he had a nice big hole to run through, unfortunately.
Clock runs with 9:50 to play 3rd quarter. Broken Arrow. We saw a couple of times, and this is something we saw with Wilkinson when he was at Fayetteville too, well, last week, where they would bring in a 6th offensive lineman. Here they're going to quick snap right here. They're going to put Satimba up under center, trying to sneak it, takes the snap, pushing forward. I don't know if he got there. It's just a stalemate at the line, or at the goal line. And Satimba's in the end zone, but are they going to – there's no signal.
There's no signal.
There's a touchdown signal now.
Okay.
Boy, it was several seconds after Satimba broke through. I didn't know if they were going to say his forward progress got stopped or not.
They were having a hard time determining exactly where the ball was. A little tush push.
So Broken Arrow has taken the lead. Nick Irvine will line up for the extra point. Jack Gardner will hold. Titan Hicks is their snapper. This to put the Tigers ahead by 4. Snap is down, the ball is up, and it is right down the middle. 9:21 to play in the 3rd quarter, and for the first time tonight, Broken Arrow's taking a lead. Our score, Broken Arrow 7, Fayetteville 3. This is Purple Dog Football on the Fayetteville Sports Network.
Looking for homes in Fayetteville? Looking for a lakefront property in Northwest Arkansas? A cattle operation? Hunting land? We've got you covered. United Country NWA Real Estate relies on a proven blend of local expertise and national marketing to serve our clients. We've served Fayetteville since 1928 and proudly support our Fayetteville High School Bulldogs. Find your freedom with NWA Real Estate. Looking for homes in Fayetteville?
21 to play 3rd quarter. Fayetteville
Looking for a
trailing
lakefront
Broken Arrow 7-3. after a 2-yard touchdown run by Jeremiah Satimba.
7 plays, 79 yards.
Nick Irvine will kick this off for the Tigers. Kenyon Johnson and Katavian Taylor are back deep for Fayetteville. Purple Dogs could use a spark in the special teams.
Yep. Well, unusual formation here.
You might see it where they run up to it and then they peel back, and that's what they're going to do. They did that a time or two up at Harbor last week. Here's Irvine's kick. High and over end. It will be returnable. Kenyon Johnson takes it from the 12. Back across the 20. Johnson at the 25, 30. He's got blockers at the 40. Kenyon Johnson at midfield. The 40, a broken arrow across the 35, and there's the spark in the special teams the Purple Dogs needed as Kenyon Johnson takes back to the 32-yard line of Broken Arrow.
Great job of blocking downfield, giving him a lane, and off he went.
A 56-yard kickoff return that time by Kenyon Johnson to the 32-yard line. 9:12 to play third quarter. Purple Dogs with a chance to answer right back. 2 receivers right side, 2 to the left. Hendricks in the shotgun. Caleb Johnson is running back. They bring Nicholson in motion over to the left. They give it to Caleb Johnson running right side, and he's going to get across the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Caleb looked like he might get tripped up at the line of scrimmage, but was able to get a few out of that.
Kept the legs turning. Well, that big return kind of takes a little bit of the momentum away from Broken Arrow, which is good.
Gabriel Manning on the stop that time for the Tigers. 2nd down and 7. 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Now they bring Katavian Taylor in motion. They hand it to Taylor running left side, trying to get wide, and he won't get very far. He'll get 2, maybe 3 yards. They'll mark him down at the 26. But this Broken Arrow defense, they're really fast sideline to sideline.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's like, man, if he can just get to the edge and they close, it's remarkable, their closing speed. And then they tackle. Not only they close, but then they tackle, finish it off.
Fayetteville will go 5 wide here on 3rd down and 4. They've got 2 receivers left side, 3 to the right. Ball on the left hash.
Changing the play.
10 on the play clock for Hank Hendricks. Bring a receiver in motion. That's Johnson. He'll come stand next to his quarterback. Here's a snap. Hendricks rolling right. Throws. The pass is caught. And this is going to be a First Community Bank first down for the Purple Dogs. Nicholson with the catch down to the 20-yard line. Gain of 6. Purple Dogs are inside the Fayetteville Auto Park Toyota Chevy Red Zone.
Rolling out the pocket to the right. Everybody goes. Keeping them guessing.
2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left, tight end left. Johnson, the running back, on first down. Play action, quick pass right side. Kenyon Johnson caught it, but he was upended quickly by Gillespie. Gillespie just ran through the block attempt that Fayetteville trying to get out in front of Kenyon Johnson.
Yeah, if they could just make that block, but it's always easier said than done.
Second down for the Purple Dogs. At the 17-yard line, they need 7. Empty backfield, 3 receivers left side, 2 to the right. Ball in the right hash. Hendricks in the shotgun takes the snap.
Oh, yeah.
Rolling to his right, away from pressure. Now he just throws it up and out of bounds. He had to throw it away as the play was breaking down on him.
Yeah, they were trying to lure him over to the left side of the field and then attack the right side, but they had numbers on the left side. 3 old Bulldogs to 2 Tigers. They weren't quite able to take advantage of it.
3rd down and 7. From here, it'd be about a 34-yard field goal. That would be longer than anything we've seen from Ethan Farthing. I wonder, Blair, if they might run it here to try to set themselves up for 4th down.
Yeah, that's a good point.
4 wide here as Hendricks looks toward the sideline. 14 on the play clock. Ball is on the right hash. There's 2 receivers to both sides. Hendricks in the shotgun on 3rd down, looking to throw. Throwing toward the end zone.
Yes!
Touchdown, Fayetteville. Kenyon Johnson, there's a flag. There's a flag back behind the play. If it stands, it's a 17-yard touchdown for Kenyon Johnson.
There was some confusion in the secondary for Broken Arrow about where to be. Coach Casey's on the field. I don't think we're going to like the outcome of this. Or maybe not.
So it's roughing the passer. I think what Casey was asking the referee was about, do you want it on the kickoff or do you want it on the two-point try? So a 17-yard touchdown pass from Hank Hendricks to Kenyon Johnson.
Nice.
Touchdown brought to you by Alex Baldwin State Farm. Fayetteville's #1 auto insurer is on the web at callalexbaldwin.com. Ethan Farthing on to attempt an extra point. This would put the Purple Dogs back up by 3, and it's good. That's an Anchor Point extra point for comprehensive wealth management. Call Jeremy Forbes at Anchor Point Financial, anchorpointadvisors.com. 6:48 to play third quarter. We've got some fireworks now. These two offenses have warmed up out of the locker room. Our score, Fayetteville 10, Broken Arrow 7. This is Purple Dog Football on the Fayetteville Sports Network.
At Mellow Mushroom, we use single-source Appalachian spring water for our out-of-this-world crust. But you didn't need to know that. You'll taste the difference. I mean, it'd be brilliant if you did know that. Come to think of it, you definitely know now, because I just told you.
And we're back at Harmon Field. 6:48 to play in the third quarter. Fayetteville leading Broken Arrow 10-7 after that touchdown pass from Hank Hendricks to Kenyon Johnson.
6 plays, 32 yards. Hank, 16 of 23 for 133 in the score. Leading rusher, Caleb Johnson, 16 carries, 45 yards. And he's earned every one of those yards.
Jack Billings' kick, he didn't have to put it too much of a leg into it after the penalty yardage was marked off. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. Tonight's broadcast presented by Alex Baldwin State Farm, Fayetteville's #1 auto insurer, and by Ozarks Go, a telecommunications subsidiary of Ozarks Electric Cooperative, offering high-speed, reliable, multi-gig internet for Northwest Arkansas.
So the Bulldogs with 12 first downs, 8 for Broken Arrow. Just 40 yards passing for the Tigers. They've done their damage on the ground, 112, and Mr. Zero is probably going to get some more carries here.
First down for Broken Arrow at its own 20-yard line. They move a tight end in motion to the right side, now back over to the left. So Timba takes the snap, and he's going to keep it running right side across the 25. A flag's out back behind the line of scrimmage where you would think they might call a hold. 9-yard gain. Jax Tidwell took him down, but this is coming back.
Yep.
The tight end, Nick Irvine, called for a hold, and that'll move Broken Arrow backward after a nice first down run by Satemba.
Yeah, and the hold was at the 20, so that'll move him back to the 10.
First down and 20 for the Tigers. 6:35 to play, third quarter. 2 receivers left side, 1 right. Satemba looking to throw on first down.
Pressure.
Pocket, it breaks down, and Palladino's going to take him down in the backfield. Back to the 6-yard line. The pocket just collapsed around Satemba. And Broken Arrow's facing 2nd and 24.
And he had no sense that the pocket was breaking down.
Blair, they don't look comfortable throwing the ball.
They don't. I'm really surprised.
You can get them behind the chains like this. It feels like advantage Fayetteville.
Yeah, it just takes away all their confidence.
2 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. They've got a tight end to the left side of the formation. Roberson, the running back from the Broken Arrow 6. Here's the give. Roberson up the middle. Broke a tackle, and he breaks another. He gets forward across the 10, out near the 13 before he's taken down. Jeremiah Conley took him down. We'll see where they mark him. They'll put it at the 12. It's 3rd and long here for the Tigers. They need 18. The bells ring at Harmon Field. Broken Arrow needs to get to its own 30-yard line. 2 receivers right side, 1 to the left.
Robertson, 14 carries, 103 yards.
Satimba is the shotgun, play action, being pressured, steps away from it. Now he's just going to tuck it and run across the 15, the 20. He gets laid out on the sideline, and Fayetteville's probably fortunate there's no flag. Grayson Jerry with the big hit on Satimba right in front of the Fayetteville bench. He's going to be short by 4 yards of the first down. It's 4th and 4.
Yeah, he got blown up.
The offense is staying on the field, but remember, Satimba can punt.
Yeah.
Now they're going to bring the punt team out.
No point in risking it.
Kellen Segrin is the punter for Broken Arrow. Katavian Taylor stands back deep on the Fayetteville 37-yard line. Now Satimba's going to punt. And is Fayetteville going to take another timeout on special teams?
No, well, who? Somebody.
There's a whistle and a stop and play.
The play clock's at 0. And Coach Casey is not happy about something. I
think maybe he was wanting a delay of game penalty, and he's not going to get it. Satimba stands back on his own 13-yard line to punt this. Fayetteville bringing pressure. They almost got there. Satimba went down. There's no flag. This is going to go out of bounds at midfield, and we've got a couple of players locked up. And now we got players locked up in 2 different areas. The flags come out at midfield. Kendrick Williams
another one.
Was locked up with a Broken Arrow player.
Guys.
So there's 2 flags. They came out at different points. Looked like one, Blair, was for extracurricular and one might be for yapping after the play.
Yeah.
Casey Dick in the face of one of his players, really upset. And you see Will Caston, a junior leader for this team, showing the leadership as he takes Bailey away and tries to give him some words of wisdom. A lot to sort out here.
Yeah, you like to see the leadership within the team like that.
Casey Dick's body language, though, does not make it look like this is going to be in Fayetteville's favor.
Now the question is it 2 separate fouls, or are they both calling this one?
I think they're both dead ball penalties.
Yeah. Are they calling the same penalty, or are we calling 2 separate ones?
Okay, so I think we're going to have penalties that offset there. Messiah Owens got a personal foul for Broken Arrow, and C.J. Bailey was called for an unsportsmanlike conduct for Fayetteville.
Yeah.
But, you know, the thing is, and I think that this is the teaching moment for Bailey, is if he doesn't say anything there, Fayetteville's sitting on the 35-yard line.
Yep.
First down from midfield, Caleb Johnson gets the call. He'll go up the middle and get 4 yards before he's pushed backward.
Nice.
They'll actually give him 3 to the 47, so it brings up 2nd down and 7. Purple Dogs lead 10-7, 4:37 to play third quarter. This was a 3-0 game at halftime. Not a lot of offense in the first half, but the offenses are heating up here in the third quarter. Hendricks on 2nd down. Quick pass out right side. Nice. Kenyon Johnson's got it across the 40. Kenyon Johnson across the 35 and down to the 31-yard line. A gain of 16 for Kenyon. You think back to that big 56-yard kickoff return, that was a spark, it felt like, for Fayetteville.
No question about it. Nice pass by Hank.
From the 31, first down, a First Community Bank first down. Play action. Hank Hendricks looking deep toward the end zone for Katavian Taylor, and he overshot him.
That route's been there. They just haven't been able to connect.
Katavian had an inside step on Noah Gillespie, but the ball was about 3 yards out in front. Brings up 2nd and 10.
And this might be the best secondary we see all year.
Might be. course, Texas High may have something to say about that in a couple of weeks.
I'm sure they would like to.
4 wide for Fayetteville from the Broken Arrow 31. They bring Nicholson in motion over to the left side. Hendricks play action. He throws out to Nicholson across the 30, and again, the ball came out at the end, but they're going to say he was down.
Yeah,
Broken Arrow's bench really upset.
He was clearly down, I thought.
Down to the 29-yard line. Again, we just see them tackle so well.
Yeah.
And there's a Broken Arrow defender down on the turf. And that was Owens who made the stop. Owens slow to get up.
Of course, I don't think we're going to see very many secondaries where everybody's got a D1 offer.
May not.
It's pretty rare.
While they take a look at Owens, we'll step away for just a moment. 3:47 to play third quarter with Fayetteville ahead 10-7. This is Purple Dog Football on the Fayetteville Sports Network.
An accident can leave you feeling stuck, uncertain of where you can go. At Autoplex, we specialize in getting your vehicle repaired quickly and accurately. Our expert technicians use the latest tools and OEM parts to restore your car to its pre-accident condition. With precision and care, we ensure your car looks and performs as if the accident never happened. Ready to get your car back on the road? Visit fixrex.com to start your repair today.
The GM Giant, Crane Buick GMC of Springdale, gives you that winning feeling when you get huge Crane cash discounts on the best selection of new high-quality Buicks and GMCs. Be the Crane cash champ and save on new Sierras, Yukons, Enclaves, Encores, and more. All backed by the Crane commitment, including a 100-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Now that's winning. That's the GM Giant. Crane Buick GMC of Springdale. Shop Crane Buick GMC of Springdale.com.
3:47 and counting. The clock has started. Kind of surprising.
Yeah.
3rd down and 8 for Fayetteville. Purple Dogs at the Broken Arrow 29-yard line. Hendricks takes the snap, throwing left side. Caleb Johnson held on. No, he didn't hold on.
Man, he got rocked.
The ball was dislodged, and I tell you, Broken Arrow, they might ought to get a flag right here. They're over the top of him, taunting him right now, Blair.
Yeah. What is he doing?
Caleb Johnson's laid out on the field. I hope he is okay.
What was – yeah, officials have got to do a better job of
Caleb
separating
took a huge hit over in front of the Broken Arrow bench.
And then the Broken Arrow player was like coming over to say something. I mean, I don't know. You can't have that.
There seems to be a good bit of concern about Caleb Johnson right now.
Yeah,
several trainers and coaches have rushed over there to take a look at him.
He took a big hit. Thought for a moment he was going to be able to hang on to it, but man, he took a hit. He had no idea the hit was coming either. He was so focused on the football.
You see his twin brother Kenyon right there standing over the top of him along with all the trainers. We're going to step away for just a moment. 3:28 to play in the third quarter with the Purple Dogs leading 10-7. And this is Purple Dog Football on the Fayetteville Sports Network.
Family teaches us to value what we have. It's not about living under one roof. It's about staying connected, no matter where we are. Ozarks Go, keeping you connected to what matters most.
The roof is a home's main defense against the elements, so services like upkeep, repairs, and upgrades are vital. David's Roofing is the only roofing contractor in Northwest Arkansas that has the prestigious Select Shingle Master rating from Certainty. With David's Roofing, your roof is in good hands.
My story isn't that different from a lot of people that grew up in a small town. My dream was always to play baseball, but as a kid, it's hard to prove yourself when you're so far away from the big leagues. When no one else thought I was good enough, our community did. From family to friends, coaches, and local businesses, my community built me into the player that I am today, and I'm just getting started. When you have the support of a community, anything is possible. First Community Bank, where community comes first.
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed tender bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession. Only at Slim Chickens.
Looking for homes in Fayetteville? Looking for a lakefront property in Northwest Arkansas? A cattle operation? Hunting land? we've got you covered. United Country NWA Real Estate relies on a proven blend of local expertise and national marketing to serve our clients. We've served Fayetteville since 1928 and proudly support our Fayetteville High School Bulldogs. Find your freedom with NWA Real Estate.
And we're back at Harmon Field. Good sight here as Caleb Johnson's walking off the field after a couple of tense minutes for that big hit he took in front of the Broken Arrow sideline.
Yeah, it's possible that the Broken Arrow player was trying to retrieve his mouthpiece.
But either way, there was a lot of woofing after the play.
The officials should have been a little more cognizant of what was going on.
It's 4th down and 8. Broken Arrow, I think, is taking a timeout. I don't know that they expected Fayetteville to come out back on the field offensively.
Good Lord. All 16 of their assistant coaches were on the field, too.
It was like one of those things, Blair, where in a fight almost, how everybody just kind of gathers around, at the end scene, and just didn't quite like that. United Country NWA Real Estate's been serving Fayetteville, Madison, and Washington County since 1928, selling homes, farms, recreational properties, and land. A proud supporter of the Purple Dogs. Visit them online at nwahomeandfarm.com. Fayetteville is going to go for it here on 4th and 8.
Yeah.
Probably just a little bit outside field goal range. Ethan Farthing, remember, he's just a freshman.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of pressure. And if you don't get it for some reason, it doesn't totally hurt you real bad.
Purple Dog bench asking the fans to get up on their feet. 4 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Ball on the left hash on 4th and 8. Hendricks takes the snap against the 3-man rush, throwing over the middle, and there's nothing there.
Nobody was there.
Whitlow, I think, was the intended receiver.
Yeah.
And Broken Arrow is going to hold and get the ball back inside its own 30 with 3:22 to play in the third quarter.
I think he stopped his route, and Hank thought he was going to keep going across the middle. But again, I mean, it's quite the chess match.
Hey, Autoplex Collision Repair is committed to providing the best customer service through every step of the repair process with locations throughout Northwest Arkansas. Visit fixrex.com to schedule your repair today. First down for Broken Arrow from its own 29-yard line. Roberson's going to get the call up the middle. Not much there, and a flag's out.
Yeah, probably going to be a hold.
Jeremiah Conley made the stop for the Purple Dogs. Steve Shrum's been busy.
Yep.
Our referee with another call here. So that's going to be hands to the face against Jeremiah Conley.
Oh.
And that's going to be 15 yards added to the end of that run. That'll move the ball out near midfield. It's first down for Broken Arrow at its own 48-yard line. 3:13 to play third quarter.
Ouch.
On first down, Satimba's going to keep it himself, running right side across midfield, and he's loose. Across the 40 and out of bounds near the 30-yard line. Will Price gave him a little push at the end. Satimba gets to the Fayetteville 29, but a flag's back at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the camera person to avoid both players.
It would be a 23-yard run if the play is allowed to stand.
What? Half the distance to the goal?
Half the distance from the 29. They called an unnecessary roughness penalty against Brody Jones.
Oh, my goodness.
15-yard penalty starting to pile up on Fayetteville in this half.
This is not good.
We got a Fayetteville player down on the field as well.
You cannot give extra yardage to a team like this.
This looks like Preston Kendall, who they're working on, with 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. So a big run and 2 personal foul penalties against Fayetteville has got Broken Arrow inside the red zone. Obviously some concern on the field about the injured Fayetteville player.
7 penalties now on the Bulldogs. These last 2 have been very big. Broken Arrow has not converted a 3rd down so far, Matt. 0 of 5. But they have rushed for 155 yards.
As they continue to look at the Fayetteville player, we're going to step away for 30 seconds. 3 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter with Fayetteville ahead 10-7. This is Purple Dog Football on the Fayetteville Sports Network.
At Mellow Mushroom, we use single-source Appalachian spring water for our out-of-this-world crust. But you didn't need to know that. You'll taste the difference. I mean, it'd be brilliant if you did know that. Come to think of it, you definitely know now, because I just told you.
Three minutes to play, 3rd quarter. Still an injured Fayetteville player down on the field. And they've got him up on his... Or they've got him sitting up now. We think this is Preston Kendall, who's being looked at by the athletic trainers. Purple Dogs leading 10-7. These 2 teams traded touchdowns on the first 2 drives of the second half. And Preston Kendall, who is a really good young player, is very slow to come off the field. Hate to see that for him. Being assisted as he walks off by training staff. He gets a tap on the helmet from Will Price. Penalty against Fayetteville. A couple of penalties here have aided this Broken Arrow drive that included a long run by Jeremiah Satimba. Satimba had a 23-yard run to the 29-yard line, and then a personal foul against Brody Jones gave the Tigers half a distance to the goal. So they're going to put the ball down just on the other side of the 15. We'll call it the 14.5-yard line. First down for the Tigers from there. They're trying to regain the lead. We expected a lot more fireworks offensively. We didn't get them in the first half. We're starting to get them a little bit here in the second. So Timba is in the shotgun with 2 tight ends and 2 wide receivers. Roberson's is running back. Roberson will get the call on first down across the 10 at the 5. A flag's out behind the line of scrimmage. Roberson's down at the 1, but this may come back. Flag thrown by the referee behind the play.
That's usually a hold.
Tristan Silva, their right tackle, called for the hold, and that will negate a 13-yard gain. These 2 teams really shooting themselves in the foot right now with these penalties.
Yeah, it's gotten a little sloppy.
So the penalty yardage will put the ball down at the 26-yard line. It'll be first down and 22 from there. Satimba's in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Here's the give. Roberson again going left side. Gets across the 20. And he'll be pulled down from behind by Grayson Jerry at the 17-yard line. Gain of 10. It's still second and long.
That is his 16th carry, 116 yards.
Roberson had 2 big runs on Broken Arrow's first drive of the second half. That was the Tigers' only scoring drive. 2 receivers left side, 1 right from the Fayetteville 17. So Timba gives a hard count. Nearly got the Purple Dogs to jump. Now he looks toward the sideline. 9 on the play clock. Jay Wilkinson, the former Fayetteville offensive coordinator at Broken Arrow now. With 2 on the play clock, Satimba takes the snap. Fayetteville brings a delayed blitz. Satimba rolling right, directing traffic. It breaks down, and he's taken down to the backfield. Will Price with the tackle. Back on the other side of the 20-yard line. Price showed that burst he has. It'll be a loss of 4, and it's 3rd and long.
Very nice. Oh, that is huge. Keeps the crowd in it.
3rd down and 16 here for the Tigers. They need to get to the Fayetteville 5 or just past it. 2 receivers left side, 1 to the right. Fayetteville has their ears pinned back. Here's a toss left side. Roberson, he spins off the first tackle, and then Jeremiah Williams is going to pull him down inside the 20 at the 17, and a flag has come out at the end.
Oh, my, it's getting really chippy.
Is this on Fayetteville? That's what the Broken Arrow players think.
Going to be a dead ball foul, most likely.
It definitely looks like it's going to be an unsportsmanlike or personal foul. Steve Schrum threw the flag. Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Grayson Jerry, and that's going to give Broken Arrow. Is it going to give them a first down?
That's quick.
It's 4th down. He said it was going to give them a first down, but the yardage does not give them a first down. Now it's going to make it 4th and more manageable. You wonder, do the Tigers go for it here? Do they try a field goal? They're definitely in range at this point.
Well, they're complaining. They want a first down. Or no, okay, they want to make sure it's 4th down.
Fayetteville makes a couple of late substitutions. Now they bring Jerry back over to the sideline. He just got the penalty, and they're not going to let him go on the field for this 4th down play.
Well,
4th down and 3 for the Tigers. They're going to try a field goal. Nick Irvine has lined up. This would be a 25-yard field goal off the right hash mark. Titan Hicks will snap, and Jack Gardner will hold this to tie the game. Here's the snap. The ball is down. The kick is on the way, and it is good. He tucked it inside the left upright. And with 42 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter, we're tied at 10. A 25-yard field goal by Nick Irvine ties this game. And it looks like it's anybody's game. It is. As we get ready to go for the 4th quarter. Fayetteville 10, Broken Arrow 10. We'll step away for just a moment. This is Purple Dog Football on the Fayetteville Sports Network.
My story isn't that different from a lot of people that grew up in a small town. My dream was always to play baseball. But as a kid, it's hard to prove yourself when you're so far away from the big leagues. When no one else thought I was good enough, my family, friends, coaches, and local businesses, my community built me into the player that I am. And I was just getting started. When you have the support of a community, anything is possible. First Community Bank, where community comes first.
And we're back in Harmon Field. 42 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. Fayetteville and Broken Arrow tied at 10 apiece. Tigers can thank the Fayetteville defense for kind of gifting them some points right there with all those penalties.
Yeah, 7 plays, 62 yards. But 3 personal foul penalties. Just cannot have that.
Kenyon Johnson had a big kickoff return earlier. Because of the injury to Caleb Johnson, and I saw Katavian Taylor limp off the field a little bit earlier, this is a much different looking kickoff return group for Fayetteville. Brody Jones is back deep for the Purple Dogs. And the up man is different too. Looks like that might be Will Price. Here's a kick. It's going to go out of bounds, and so Fayetteville's going to get the ball at the 35-yard line.
That's a break.
It's been a flag fest here in this half.
You almost wonder if they didn't realize. Of course, I don't know if they know who the returners are, but all right, let's get the offense going again.
First down for Fayetteville from its own 35. 42 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. 2 receivers left side, 2 to the right. Katavian Taylor is in the game. Kenyon Johnson's going to take it running right side on the jet sweep across the 40. And Johnson gets across the 40 to the 41. A 6-yard gain that time. It's 2nd down and 4.
Nice run.
Caleb Johnson's not in the game after he was taken off a little bit ago. Looked like they were looking at his neck when he was down on the field. Terrence Garden is in as the running back. Johnson being stretched on the sideline right now. It looks like maybe he's having a cramp. Garden's going to get the call up the middle, and he bounces. No, he can't bounce off the tackler. He will get forward for a yard, maybe 2, and it's going to bring up 3rd down for Fayetteville, and they'll have to run that on the first play of the 4th quarter. After 3 quarters here at Harmon Field, we're tied at 10. Purple Dogs, we'll see if they can close tonight and move to 2-0. We'll find out in just a moment. This is Purple Dog Football on the Fayetteville Sports Network.
Across the state of Arkansas, Farmers and Merchants Bank and the Bank of Fayetteville join you in cheering on our favorite teams. We applaud that extra effort that makes our schools and activities an important part of our communities, more now than ever. Working as a team to make our communities better by helping you reach your goals, that's what happens at Farmers and Merchants Bank and the Bank of Fayetteville, home of Me Banking, member FDIC.
It's the 4th quarter at Harmon Field. Fayetteville and Broken Arrow tied at 10.
Gives us a chance to tell you the Alex Baldwin State Farm Players of the Week for the Cabot game, where Hank Hendricks on offense, Will Caston on defense. Congratulations to them. Alex has sponsored the Bulldog Player of the Week since 2013. We appreciate his support of Fayetteville Purple Dog football. Remember, for all your insurance needs, call Alex Baldwin, your State Farm insurance agent in Fayetteville. Visit his website, KyleAlexBaldwin.com, and also the Feltner Brothers Big Hit Burger. Multiple winners this week for the Cabot game: Jax Tidwell, Cole Mobley, Spence Palladino, and Matthew Heckman. 2768. North College in Fayetteville, 7 days a week, 11 to 9. Download the Feltner Brothers app and order carryout or curbside from your phone and get your own Big Hit Burger.
3rd down in the yard here for Fayetteville from its own 44-yard line. 3 receivers left side. Here's the give. Garden up the middle, and he's got the first down as he gets forward to the 47-yard line. Terrence Garden, the sophomore, pushing the pile forward. He gets 3, and it's a First Community Bank first down.
He could be an X factor. They don't know much about it. Boy, if we can bounce him on the edge, we've seen his speed before.
At a 62-yard touchdown last week. Fayetteville from its own 47. Hendricks gives it to Garden. Garden stutter steps, and he'll get toward midfield before he's pushed backward.
Okay, that's enough.
Got a little shove at the end of the play. Fayetteville crowd wants a flag. With all the ones that have been thrown against them.
Yeah. Well,
2 yards to the 49. That'll bring up 2nd and 8.
They let that one go a little longer than they needed to.
Bank of Fayetteville is a bank in your corner and a proud supporter of Purple Dog football. Purple Dogs on their side of the field at the 49-yard line with 4 wide receivers. Ball is on the left hash. Hendricks in the shotgun with Garden standing to his right. Gave a hard count, now looks toward the sideline. 11 on the play clock. Here's a snap. Hendricks looking downfield, throws, and that pass is incomplete. Whitlow had a defender draped all over him. Gaston was in coverage.
I don't know if he ever saw it coming, did he?
Gaston Farrell, I should say, was in coverage.
They have played a lot of man coverage tonight, but they have the talent to do so. It's not something you see a lot of.
Caleb Johnson, the Fayetteville running back, being looked at on the trainer's table. I think he might be dealing with some cramps now, Blair. Looks like he's wanting to get back in the game.
Yeah, there have been a few players with cramps.
4 wide here on 3rd and 8. Hendricks in the shotgun. 10:53 to play. Fayetteville needs to get to the Broken Arrow 43. Hendricks takes the snap. Broken Arrow rushes 3. Hank steps up. He's going to run across the 45. He's got the first down as he's shoved out of bounds on the Fayetteville sideline at the 41-yard line. He needed 8. He got 10, and it's a First Community Bank first down.
Nice job of knowing exactly where the first down was and getting out of bounds without taking a big hit.
I've said he reminds me of Drake Lindsay, but with better wheels.
Yeah.
Big arm, and he can move. 2 receivers right side, 1 to the left. Garden will get the call on first down. He'll get upended at the line of scrimmage and taken down for no gain.
Terrence has not quite seen tackling like this before.
Colton Barlow made the stop, the linebacker. 2nd down and 10. Garden may have been tackled more tonight than he was his entire 9th grade season.
You're probably right.
4 receivers to both sides, and they move Garden out in motion to the right. Hendricks steps up to throw long down the field. Katavian Taylor couldn't pull it in. He had his hands on it. Gillespie back in coverage, and it brings up third down. Looked like that could be a big gain for Taylor inside the 10. He just couldn't pull it in.
Boy, their coverage has been pretty salty.
Third down and 10 for the Purple Dogs at the Broken Arrow 41-yard line. You wonder at what point on the field do they need to get to where they feel comfortable going for it on fourth down?
That's a good question. Or if they've decided they're going to go ahead and go for it.
4 wide, 2 to each side. Ball off the left hash. Hendricks against the blitz. Steps up, being pressured, and now he's going to be sacked. It was Barlow again. Took Hendricks down from behind, and now there's no question the Purple Dogs are going to punt. A loss of 6 back to the Broken Arrow 47 on that sack by Colton Barlow.
They've picked their spot to bring in the pressure.
James Nolan will punt it for Fayetteville. He stands on the 38. Samaj Stanford stands back inside his own 10.
Need a good kick here, James.
Here's a snap by Alexander. It's a good one. Nolan gets off an end-over-end kick, and it's going to go out of bounds somewhere around the 20-yard line. We wait to see where they spot it. They will spot it at the 21. That's where Fayetteville's defense will come back out on the field with 9:26 left in the game. The Mellow Mushroom is home to great pizzas, salads, and calzones, plus a full bar with 27 drafts on tap. Locally owned and operated since 2008 at 1460 East Augustine Lane, mellowmushroom.com.
Just feel the tension continue to build in this one.
Fayetteville got a big pick 6 by Will Caston to turn last week's game around. They could use a turnover here. From the 21-yard line, tight formation. Here's the give on first down, and Fayetteville with a big defensive play. Roberson taken down in the backfield by Palladino. It'll be a loss of 3 back to the 18, and Roberson's shaken up. Roberson grabbing his leg.
Spence has had a nice game tonight.
Spence Palladino, a sophomore. There's a good group of football players in that sophomore class.
Yes, there are.
Roberson, who's had so many big runs tonight, he's going to have to come off the field for at least one play.
Oh, this is going to be interesting to see what they do offensively now, because he's kind of been the bell cow for them.
2nd and 13 here for the Tigers. Their backup running backs. First time I think we've seen him tonight is Grayson Betts.
Yep.
He's actually their third string. Satimba throwing deep downfield. We've got a flag. It's incomplete. It was intended for Zane Matthews Boudreaux, and Cole Mobley was in coverage. This might be interference, though.
Boy, Conley was coming in, putting some pressure on the quarterback. Thought for a moment he was going to get to him.
So a pass interference call against Fayetteville is going to give Broken Arrow a first down. Would have been 3rd and long without it.
Oh, man.
Corey Sango is the backup running back for the Tigers. He played at Harbor last week but was injured. And so Betts, who stays in for this first down play, is their 3rd string back. Broken Arrow with the ball at its own 33-yard line, 9:03 to play. We're tied at 10. Satimba takes the snap, gives it to Betts, running left side. Big hole across the 40, and he runs over a Barton.
Flag.
Flag came in at the end of the play. It's a 12-yard gain, but will this come back? That's the indication, is that this is going to be against the Tigers.
So where's the spot of the foul? 39.
Might need an elbow specialist to watch all these referees at the end of the game throwing these flags. They're going to have sore arms. They move the ball back to the 30. It'll be first down and 13 from there. We'll call it 1st and 12. The line of scrimmage was originally the 32-yard line. 8:49 and counting, fourth quarter, I'm sorry. Fayetteville and Broken Arrow tied at 10. 2 receivers, 1 to each side. Satimba on first down, gives it to Betts, and he gets past the tackle, but he won't get past the second. Gets forward to the 32. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
Guess who on the stop? Charlie Garden. Palladino was in on that too.
Second down and 10 here for the Tigers. 8:14 to play. Satimba in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Here's the give. Betts again. Goes up the middle across the 35, the 40, and he'll get forward to the 41-yard line before he's taken down.
Yeah, they're just not real comfortable passing the ball, are they?
Caden Walters with the stop that time for the Purple Dogs. It's 3rd down and a yard. And here comes Roberson back into the game.
I would imagine he's probably going to get it.
Roberson comes in, and they're going to bring in 3 tight ends that will line up to the right side.
Power. They've only attempted 10 passes tonight. Satimba's completed 5 of them for 40 yards.
3rd and a yard, and we've got a timeout by Broken Arrow. 7:29 to play. We'll step away. We're tied at 10. This is Purple Dog Football on the Fayetteville Sports Network.
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed tender bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession. Only at Slim Chickens.
The roof is a home's main defense against the elements, so services like upkeep, repairs, and upgrades are vital. David's Roofing is the only roofing contractor in Northwest Arkansas that has a prestigious Select Shingle Master rating from Certainty. With David's Roofing, your roof is in good hands.
Looking for homes in Fayetteville?
We're back at Harmon Field. Could have warned me there, Blair.
Sorry.
7:29 to play in the 4th quarter. Fayetteville and Broken Arrow tied at 10. Tigers are facing a 3rd and 1. 3rd and a long yard for Broken Arrow. The first down marker is really between the 42 and the 43-yard line.
15 first downs for the Bulldogs, 11 for the Tigers.
Remember, they ran a quarterback sneak for the touchdown earlier. That might be what they're lining up to do here.
Another tush push.
Satimba goes up under center. They bring a receiver in motion. Now they turn around and they give it to Roberson. He's got a first down as he gets forward to the 43. A flag has come out at the end. Fayetteville players push Roberson back. His forward progress is enough for the first down, but we've got to see what the flag is.
I think maybe a hold.
It's a face mask. It's a 5-yard face mask.
Oh, man.
So a first down, tack 5 yards onto it. That'll put the ball out near midfield at the Broken Arrow 49.
Penalties.
7:17 and counting. Tigers.
Well, why would you even pass? They've just been running the ball.
They've lined up Titan Hicks again. This is their tight end, a former quarterback. He looking to throw on first down, one-on-one on the right side, and that pass is incomplete. Great coverage by Cole Mobley. Laying the intended receiver for the Tigers. And it brings up 2nd and 10.
Very good coverage. That would have been real easy to make contact and get an interference call.
We were talking to the Broken Arrow announce crew before the game. They said Hicks was a quarterback, and all the coaches who kept coming in and seeing him, they kept saying, hey, what's he look like as a tight end? They tried to set Fayetteville up for that earlier. Remember, they ran him out of the Wildcat earlier, and you just knew at some point they were going to maybe try to throw it.
Yep. Keep an eye on him, though.
Satimba back in as the quarterback here at 2nd and 10. 2 receivers left side, play action. Satimba throwing deep downfield, one-on-one coverage, and that pass is tipped and knocked away. Kendrick Williams laying the intended receiver again. Williams got his hands up on it, nearly picked it. It's 3rd and 10. You can see why the Razorbacks like him.
Yes. He could have tried to go for the interception, but he wanted to make sure it was incomplete. All right, this is a critical one here.
Broken Arrow has not had a ton of success through the air tonight, facing a passing situation here on 3rd and 10.
Yep, and they just have 1 timeout left.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, tight end to the left. Ball's in the middle of the field from the Broken Arrow 49. Satimba's in the shotgun. Fayetteville bringing pressure. Satimba steps up, throws, and it's incomplete. He overthrew his intended receiver. Brody Jones was bringing the blitz from the corner. He tried to find Matthews Boudreaux, and now B.A., I would think, would punt here at the 49.
Yeah. Matthews Boudreaux never saw that pass coming. I think he was going to run, and then there wasn't anything there, so he tried to pass at the last minute.
I think the blitz spooked him.
Yep. Okay.
4th and 10. They wait to bring out their punt team, and now they will. Fayetteville's going to get the ball back here. Segrin, the punter, lines up between his own 35 and 40. Katavian Taylor back deep for Fayetteville inside his own 20. Purple Dogs bringing pressure. Segrin, the left-footed punter, gets it off, and Katavian lets that go. It's going to roll into the end zone, and it will be a touchback with 6:35 to play. Fourth quarter brought to you by Everett Infinity of Northwest Arkansas, your hometown luxury dealership right in Rogers. Everett Infinity, proud to support Fayetteville High School football from the first kickoff to the final whistle. Everett Infinity is honored to be a part of the Purple Dog family. You can visit them now in Rogers or online at infinitynwa.com. Everett Infinity of Northwest Arkansas. Discover the difference.
Nice job of letting that go. They were expecting a run, so they weren't trying to down it. Thankfully, it goes into the end zone.
Fayetteville's got 3 timeouts remaining, starting this drive at its own 20 with 6:35 to play. Hank Hendricks comes out with 2 receivers to both sides. Terrence Garden stays in as the running back. Caleb Johnson looks like his night's over on the sideline. Garden gets the call on first down. He gets tripped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we got a
oh, my goodness.
Fayetteville player asking for a flag after he was body slammed after the play. That's Perez, who was called for a personal foul earlier tonight. Got thrown down after the play by one of the linemen, John Browl. It was a gain of a yard for Garden to the 21. 2nd down and 9. 6:06 to play. Kenyon Johnson comes in motion from the left side on 2nd down. Hendricks, play breaking down. Now he's going to tuck it and run. Gets across the 25, and he gives himself up out of bounds at the 26-yard line. They'll actually give him the 27, so it's a 6-yard gain, and it's 3rd down and 3.
Nice. Don't try to force anything.
3rd and 3 for the Purple Dogs. They need to get to their own 30-yard line. 5:56 to play. 4 wide. Hendricks in the shotgun. Garden, the running back. Hendricks being pressured. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to tuck it and run. He's got a first down across the 30 and gives himself up at the 33-yard line. That's a First Community Bank first down on another 6-yard keeper for Hank Hendricks.
Nice job.
I may have given up on Caleb Johnson too early, Blair. He had taken his gloves and his shoes off, and now he's got the cleats back on and he's putting the gloves back on. That might be something worth watching. 2 receivers both sides for Fayetteville here from its own 33. 5.5 minutes to play. Kenyon Johnson comes in motion. They'll hand it to him running right side. Now he cuts upfield across the 35. He'll get to the 36, 37-yard line. 4-yard gain for Johnson on first down. Fayetteville looks like it's just trying to find offense wherever it can.
Yeah, just kind of paper cuts.
2nd down and 6 here for the Purple Dogs as the clock continues to run. 5 minutes to play. Hendricks in the shotgun, looks toward the sideline with 17 on the play clock. Garden, the running back, 2 receivers to both sides. Ball on the right hash. 3 down linemen for Broken Arrow. Hendricks takes the snap with 5 on the play clock. Looking deep downfield, good pocket. Caught by Willow across the 40. He's at the 30 of Broken Arrow, at the 20. Cuts back outside at the 15, and he's down to the 14-yard line. A big play for Fayetteville, their biggest play through the air tonight.
Great protection.
Purple Dogs inside the Fayetteville Auto Park Toyota Chevy Red Zone. They put the ball down at the 13-yard line. 50-yard gain that time for Whitlow. The First Community Bank first down here for the Purple Dogs. 3 receivers to the left side. Cade Bright, the tight end, lines up to the right. They're slowing it down here. 4:11 and counting. Broken Arrow with only that 1 timeout left. Fayetteville obviously wanted to punch it in, but not leave them too much time. Garden, the running back. Hendricks in the shotgun. Takes a snap on first down. Here's the give. Garden up the middle, and he'll get forward to the 10 before he's taken down. A 3-yard gain that time for Terrence Garden. And Fayetteville, you can tell they're taking their foot off the gas right here a little bit.
Yeah. Milk a little clock.
I wonder how that affects an offense when you're so used to going quickly.
Yeah.
How that affects your rhythm whenever you can't.
Slow the tempo down, yeah. I'd like to see Terrence kind of.
Caleb Johnson jumping up and down on the sideline like he wants to come in the game. He's got his helmet on, Blair.
Yeah, he's wanting to go in.
Got hurt right at the end of the third quarter. Down to 5 on the play clock here on second down from the 10-yard line. Hendricks in the shotgun takes the snap. Here's the give. Running left side, Kenyon Johnson. Got a blocker, but the play breaks down pretty quickly. He'll get to the 7, maybe even the 6-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and short. Clock hits 3 minutes to play, fourth quarter. Broken Arrow defender slow to get up, but he'll stay in the game. That's Nate Jackson, their linebacker.
Spotting at the 7.
They put it down at the about 6.5-yard line. Fayetteville needs to get just past the 4. It's 3rd down and not quite 3. Caleb Johnson's back in the game now. Hendricks in the shotgun looks toward the sideline. 10 on the play clock.
A lot of room to the right side.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, tight end right. Off the left hash. They give it to Caleb Johnson, running right side. Got a block. Caleb Johnson toward the goal line. He's got the first down. He won't have the touchdown, but it's going to be 1st and goal here for Fayetteville at about the 2-yard line. Caleb Johnson with a good run on his first carry in a while. A First Community Bank first down for the Purple Dogs. Blair, they can really sit on this ball now if they want to.
Yeah, there's
2:11 and counting. They don't have to take a snap till inside about 145. Fayetteville had a lineman running out onto the field, and he just took a big tumble. This is Anthony Pineda coming into the game, number 52. Broken Arrow now making a defensive change, and the coordinator says get back out on the field.
Yeah, go. They're out of position.
5 on the play clock. Hendricks takes the snap, gives to Caleb Johnson up the middle. Johnson toward the goal line. He didn't get there.
Got to the 1.
Taken down at the 1. You wonder when Broken Arrow starts to think about taking that time out.
Yeah.
Fayetteville can run this down now inside of a minute before taking a second down. They're at a point, Blair, where they might be able to run this thing down and kick a field goal on 4th down if they don't score before then.
True.
If you're Broken Arrow, you let them score.
Yeah, I would think so.
Minute 20.
Then the question is, well,
we saw that work for Texas High last year when they let Fayetteville score at the end, and Texas High went down and won. Johnson, the running back. Hendricks, the quarterback. He'll move tight ends in motion. Now they move Hendricks out. It's a high snap for Caleb Johnson. He takes it left side. Touchdown! Fayetteville, but there's a flag. There is a flag behind the line of scrimmage.
Motion.
It's a hold against the Purple Dogs. And that's going to draw some boos from the home crowd.
Yep.
A touchdown wiped off the board because of the hold.
Where is the flag? At the 2?
And now there's an official timeout for a player down on the field with 57 seconds to play. The Purple Dogs bring their best to the field every Friday night, and Crane Buick GMC in Springdale brings their best every day as well. The best selection on new and pre-owned vehicles, from trucks to SUVs like GMC Sierra, Yukon, Acadia, Buick Encore, and Envision. The best inventory at the best prices and the best service hands down. Save thousands and lower your payments every single day for all your vehicle needs. Crane Buick GMC in Springdale.
It's a cramp. One of the DBs. Now the question is, if you're Fayetteville, 57 seconds, second down, do you play for the field goal? I mean, how aggressive do you want to be here? You've got all 3 timeouts. The injured player has bounced back up off the turf.
It'll still be second down for Fayetteville, still trying to figure out. I think they're going to put the ball down at the 11-yard line. Purple Dogs have all their timeouts, though they don't really need them. They don't want the clock to stop.
No. But if the nice thing, if you get into a bad situation, though, you can take those timeouts.
57 seconds to play. It's second down and goal for the Purple Dogs. That's worth noting.
Yeah.
From the Broken Arrow 11-yard line, Hendricks in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Johnson, the running back. Cade Bright, the tight end. Here they give it to Johnson. They flip it back to Kenyon Johnson, running left side. Johnson across the 10, and he'll get forward to the 7. Broken Arrow still not taking that timeout. I don't know, Blair. They might be thinking about field goal.
I think they are, because that play got him into the middle of the field. You're going to have to run another play, though.
Fayetteville can take this down to about 10 seconds before it takes another snap. 3rd and goal. The ball is at the 8-yard line. Hendricks in the shotgun. And now did Broken Arrow take its final timeout? So BA takes its final timeout with 19 seconds to play. Tonight's broadcast of Purple Dog Football presented by Alex Baldwin State Farm, Fayetteville's #1 auto insurer, and by Ozarks Go, a telecommunications subsidiary of Ozarks Electric Cooperative, offering high-speed, reliable, multi-gig internet for Northwest Arkansas. Not the game we expected tonight. We thought this was going to be an offensive shootout between these teams, and it's been a defensive struggle.
Yes, it has. Now the question is, if you're Fayetteville, do you go ahead? I mean, you've got the timeouts. Go ahead and run a play, get it in the middle of the field, or wherever your kicker wants it, and then take a timeout.
Yeah, you can run it down to 1 second, take a timeout, and see if you can kick a game-winning field goal. If they didn't gain another yard, Blair, it'd be about a 25-yard field goal. That's inside Farthing's range.
Easily. It's just a question of where does he prefer to kick it from?
Of course, I think Fayetteville would love to score a touchdown here and erase all doubt.
Of course.
2 receivers left side, 1 to the right. Bright, the tight end, to the right. Johnson, the running back. Hank Hendricks in the shotgun from the 8. He's just going to run it and kneel it down. They lost some yardage there. Back to the 13, 14-yard line. They're going to put this game on the right toe of Ethan Farthing. They'll run this down and take a timeout. Ethan Farthing, 3 for 3. He's a freshman. 3 for 3 this year. He's made field goals off the hash marks from 21, 27, and 22 yards. The 22-yarder coming earlier in this game. He has a game winner, though, in his lifetime, Blair, as an 8th grader in the conference championship last year for Woodland against Central from Springdale. Kicked a 29-yard field goal with about 40 seconds to play to give Woodland the conference championship.
He's got a big leg.
Trying to give the Purple Dogs a 2-0 record here tonight. This will be a long field goal, much longer than maybe it could have or should have been. It'll be a 31-yard attempt for Farthing.
Well, the nice thing is they don't have any timeouts, so they can't, try to ice him.
The battery for Fayetteville, Patrick Alexander is the snapper. William Woodruff, the holder. Ethan Farthing, a 9th grader, a freshman, the only freshman on the varsity team, trying to kick Fayetteville to 2-0. Here's the snap. The ball is down. The kick is on the way, and it is no good. He pushed it left.
The snap was not good. The holder did a nice job of even getting it down so he could kick it.
I think there's some confusion. I think some people think he made it. It's no good. He pushed it down to the left side. We're going to overtime.
We've got a player shaking up for Broken Arrow across the way. Yeah, the snap was a little low, and the holder did a phenomenal job of even getting it down.
At one point in time, non-conference out-of-state games did not go to overtime in the state of Arkansas.
Yep.
Now they do. Fayetteville and Broken Arrow.
Another cramp.
About to go to overtime to see who's going to win this game.
They've got 2 guys down with cramps. It was pretty humid today.
Remember the Purple Dogs last year lost an overtime game here against Pulaski Academy in the playoffs, 39-32.
Well, now, and also, I mean, it's kind of a tough situation. I mean, it's how do you approach kicking now?
Yeah. A couple of things to keep in mind here. We're going to have a coin toss. Of course, you want to go on defense first, but if Fayetteville goes on offense first, it'll get to choose the side of the field. You want to go to our left. So if you're watching the game, to your left on the screen, that would be going into the Fayetteville band and the student sections right there on top of that area as well.
Good point.
The two quarterbacks are going to represent the teams for this coin toss, Hank Hendricks and Jeremiah Satimba. Neither of them have quite had the game that they wanted to. You know, you wonder about that decision to take a knee and push it back 5 yards. He had the leg. The snap was not good.
No.
The laces were not where you want them for a kicker. But you wonder if you just run up the middle there and maybe get a little bit closer, make it more like an extra point, does that go different?
Yeah. You can kind of second guess that. I mean, you can beat yourself up over it. But, you know, I mean, and let's be honest, it's not often Fayetteville finds themselves in a position to kick a game-winning field goal. So it's a little nerve-wracking for everybody involved when they haven't been there before. But this will serve them better on down the season.
The delay here is for the Broken Arrow player who's still on the field at the 35-yard line. We can't quite see who that is.
Yeah, I can't tell.
There were two Broken Arrow players who were down after that kick.
It's cramps. They're loading him up with.
Gabriel Manning was one of them who has made his way over to the sideline, but he's still being worked on with that massage gun.
Yeah.
And the other.
That's the quarterback.
The other Tiger.
Or a number one. Do they have 2 ones?
Yeah, they do. It's
okay,
it's not
Satimba.
It's
not Satimba then. Yeah, because
it's Noah. It's Noah Gillespie.
Okay.
So Satimba and Hendricks come out, and they give each other a handshake for the coin toss. We'll see if we can hear the referee.
If he has his mic on. I guess we're not going to hear him.
I don't believe so.
Unless he's turned into Mick Jagger.
So it looks like Fayetteville has won the coin toss.
Yeah, they're going to choose. Oh. Broken Arrow wants to go the
They want to go toward the SWAC where there's not any fans. Or there's a few fans down there, but not as many.
Yep.
So Broken Arrow is going to go first here in overtime. This is the same end of the field last year where we had the playoff game. There's a handful of students, young students, very young students, like elementary age, standing down there in the end zone where they are going to play this overtime. Boy.
Wow.
So in Arkansas, here's how the overtime works. You put the ball at the 10-yard line. It's similar to the college overtime rules. But from the 10 instead of the 25.
Yep. So it's 1st and goal.
Roberson's the running back for Broken Arrow. Satimba the quarterback. They've got 2 tight ends in to the left side. On first down, Satimba takes the snap. Roberson gets it up the middle. Hit in the middle of the field by Jax Tidwell and taken down. Just a yard, maybe 2 on the play. Nice tackle that time by Jax, and it's 2nd down.
Let's see, that was his 20th carry of the night, 121 yards.
Most of those carries have been since halftime, too.
Yeah. Second half has been huge.
They brought Stanford in as a quarterback right here. Samaj Stanford takes the snap, and a flag comes out, and they're going to get them for procedure.
Yeah.
And Stanford's upset because he thought he had a good play.
Yeah. I'm surprised they let him wear that towel like a tail.
It's not I don't think it's a towel, Blair. It's his jersey. It's one of those tearaway jerseys. A Fayetteville player got a hold of him on the sideline a little bit earlier.
It's a Gatorade towel.
Okay. Well, looks like a tiger tail then.
Yeah. I'm not supposed to have a tail.
That penalty will move the ball back to the 14-yard line. 2nd and goal from there. BA with 4 receivers. Satimba back in the shotgun, takes the snap. Fayetteville rushes 4. Satimba steps up, now throws toward the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown.
Wide open.
Peyton Lang with the catch for Broken Arrow, so the Tigers score a touchdown. We'll see what happens here on the extra point. Nick Irvine will attempt this, and this will tell Fayetteville what the Purple Dogs have to do on their drive.
Yep.
Play broke down, and Lang was wide open behind the secondary.
See if we can block one.
Titan Hicks will snap. Jack Gardner will hold. Nick Irvine trying to give the Tigers a 7-point lead. Ball is down. The kick is on the way, and it's good. Broken Arrow with a touchdown and an extra point on its first offensive possession of overtime. Now the Purple Dogs have to match. Certainly you wonder if Fayetteville, if they score a touchdown, do they think about going for 2?
Good question.
They got to get 10 yards first. Caleb Johnson is back in the game as a running back for Fayetteville here on its first down. 4 wide receivers for the Purple Dogs from the 10-yard line. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Hendricks in the shotgun. Purple Dogs need a touchdown and an extra point. And Hendricks claps his hands, now looks toward the sideline. On first down, takes the snap, looking right toward Caleb Johnson. It's off his hands and incomplete. Tried to hit the running back out in the flat, couldn't quite do it.
It was there.
That ball had some zip on it.
Yes, it did.
2nd and 10 here for the Purple Dogs. Same formation, 2 receivers to both sides. Johnson the running back, Hendricks in the shotgun. Now they bring Katavian Taylor in motion. Hendricks rolls to his right, looking, play breaking down. Now he just pushes it toward the end zone. It was nearly picked.
Was he across the line of scrimmage? It was close.
Looked like he was trying to find Katavian Taylor. And now it's 3rd and 10.
Hendricks pass is intended for Kenyon Johnson.
Looked like Bryson Brown, the safety for Broken Arrow, got his hands on the ball. So 3rd down and 10 here for the Purple Dogs. They need something positive to happen on this play. If nothing else, to push them a little bit closer to the goal line for 4th down. 3 receivers right side, 1 left. Hendricks in the shotgun. They bring Nicholson in motion. Hendricks takes the snap. Looking right, throws toward the end zone. Kenyon Johnson couldn't pull it in.
Oh, man.
And now it's 4th down. Looked like he had 1 or 2 receivers wide open on the left side of the formation.
He had Kenyon.
Caleb wide open. Kenyon was the intended receiver.
Yeah, Caleb was wide open.
So now it's 4th down, and the folks who have made their way down 412 from Broken Arrow are allowed on the other side of the field. Fayetteville's going to take its timeout and talk about this 4th down play.
Yeah, that wheel route was wide open.
Well, it's a non-conference game. A loss tonight doesn't hurt either of these teams in their playoff push this year, although for either of them, you want the momentum of winning this game. I think, though, Blair, that both of these teams are going to get a lot better from the competition they face tonight.
No question about it. Bright future for both these teams.
This reminds me a little bit of the 2021 season. You remember Fayetteville beat Conway, had a great offensive showing in the first game, and then they came back here the next week and lost 14-7 to North Little Rock, and you're thinking, what happened to the offense?
Yeah.
And they clicked the rest of the year, got to the state championship game. Fayetteville, one last chance here, barring a penalty. They need to score. 4th down and 10. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Hendricks in the shotgun. Now they move a third receiver over to the right side. Hendricks takes the snap. This is the ball game.
Yep.
Being pressured, rolling to his right. He's got to get rid of it. Throws it toward the end zone.
Yes!
It's caught! A touchdown! Fayetteville!
What a
Katavian
throw.
Taylor! Hendricks was about to be sacked. He just threw it up, and Katavian Taylor caught it. Fayetteville within a point. Do they go for the extra point or do they go for the win?
Wow, what a throw. I mean, he saw him there. I don't know how he contorted his body and his arm, but he hit a strike. They're going to kick.
The kicking team comes back out. Fayetteville playing for a second overtime here. Ethan Farthing missed a 31-yard field goal just a moment ago. Patrick Alexander will snap. William Woodruff will hold. Here's a snap. Ball is down. Kick is on the way, and it is good.
Good
We're going to a second overtime.
How about that?
A 10-yard touchdown pass. Is there a flag? There is a flag.
Oh.
There's a flag in the middle of the line of scrimmage.
So who's it on? This could change everything.
I think it's on Broken Arrow, and they're going to ask Casey Dick, does he want to take the result or maybe move the ball up a yard and a half? Interesting decision right here for Fayetteville, if that is against BA.
Well,
we're still waiting for the announcement. So they've called leverage against Broken Arrow. Fayetteville's going to bring the offense out on the field and go for the win right here. Wow. Again, Blair, if you lose, it doesn't hurt you in your playoff push. And you get to a point, I would think, as a coach, especially in a physical game like this, on a night that's a little bit cooler, that you start to wonder, it's like, how many more plays do you want your players playing?
Yeah, it's a valid point.
Fayetteville's going for the win right here. And now Broken Arrow is going to take its time out. Oh boy. Tonight's broadcast of Purple Dog Football is presented by Alex Baldwin State Farm, Fayetteville's #1 auto insurer, and by Ozarks Go, a telecommunications subsidiary of Ozarks Electric Cooperative, offering high-speed, reliable multi-gig internet for Northwest Arkansas. The twists and turns of this game. Fayetteville had what looked like was a go-ahead touchdown in the last minute, called back because of a penalty. Purple Dogs played for a field goal as time expired. They missed it. Broken Arrow scores a touchdown. Fayetteville scores a touchdown on 4th down. And now the Purple Dogs, after a penalty, trying to go for 2 to win this game.
All right.
Fayetteville home crowd on its feet, trying to encourage the kids as they come out here for this 2-point try. And the ball's at about the 1.5-yard line.
Got to think it's going to be a run.
Tight formation here for the Purple Dogs. They've got 2 tight ends in. Caleb Johnson is the running back standing next to Hank Hendricks. Now they shift the line a little bit. Here's a high snap. They give it to Caleb, running right side. Caleb Johnson scored, and Fayetteville wins!
Wow.
Look at this celebration for the Purple Dogs.
What a game.
They're rushing the field.
Why not? Be careful, though, with the lights.
How about that?
What a game.
Fayetteville, all of its penalties tonight helped Broken Arrow, but it's a Broken Arrow penalty in the end that cost the Tigers. And the Purple Dogs walk off Broken Arrow 18-17. I didn't know if these two teams could play a more entertaining game than they played last year over in Oklahoma. I think they just one up themselves.
I think they did indeed. Wow, what a ball game.
Caleb Johnson, who we thought had maybe been knocked out of this game toward the end of the 3rd quarter, comes back in the 4th quarter. Some big plays from him down the stretch. And then obviously right there, they just needed to get a 1.5 yards, and Caleb Johnson got it for him.
Unbelievable, just sheer guts. Gotta just love the resolve of this team. times you just wondered if it was going to work out, but
they're going to shoot off every firework they got. We're not going to be back here till October, Blair.
No, so
why not?
Let's enjoy it.
Purple Dogs will be off next week. Then they go to Texarkana to play Texas High School. Will Caston's got the Fayetteville flag running around.
There's some jog going on, guys.
Yeah, we got some pushing and shoving.
Yeah,
they got to get this under control.
This is not good.
The lights being out
is not helping.
Certainly don't help things.
Yeah.
You got a lot of.
Yeah,
they're all kids, but you got a lot of young kids out there in the middle of this too. This needs to get de-escalated. Fayetteville off next week, in Texarkana in 2 weeks at Texas High School. Of course, they played a great game here last year. Fayetteville maybe could get a little revenge down there. Then they played a really good Bentonville West team all of a sudden.
Yeah, they've been, I don't know what the final was, but they rolled in Cabot tonight.
You go to Centerton for that game. And then you get to come back home and you get Rogers. That's always a fun one. Well, they're playing Purple Rain here at Harmon Field. Fayetteville with an 18-17 victory tonight over Broken Arrow, and we could probably call that an instant classic, right?
Oh, I think so, without question.
Let's give some final stats here tonight for the Purple Dogs. Offensively, it was not pretty, but it was effective enough.
It was 19 first downs, 107 yards rushing, 211 passing. Caleb, 19 carries, 54 yards. Hank, 20 of 35 for 211, 2 scores. Whitlow, the leading receiver, 6 for 87. Kenyon had 6 catches, 65 yards. Roberson led all rushers, 20 carries, 121 yards. They only completed 6 passes and attempted 13 for 54 yards and a score. Really surprised by that, but man, what a job by the Purple Dogs. 11 penalties, you want to cut down on that. 12 of 23 on third downs. Broken Arrow was 1 of 9. It was just a very entertaining game. The defenses are probably better than they get credit for.
Yeah, Fayetteville, again, we said whoever loses tonight, they're going to be like
Right
there's really no loser, so to speak. I know that's cliche, but both of these teams are going to learn from this game. But it's always nice to get that learning experience when you're on the winning side.
Oh, no question about it.
Fayetteville wins 18-17 tonight over Broken Arrow. Again, we're off next week. We'll be in Texarkana in 2 weeks for what should be a great game between the Purple Dogs and Texas High School. We appreciate you being with us tonight, everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll see you in 2 weeks.